Hello everyone, and welcome to D&D Night on DDOstream, sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, the most supported virtual tabletop with more official licenses than any other virtual tabletop. Visit them at fantasygrounds.com to learn more. This is D&D Night, Heroes of Battlerise campaign. I'm Evilbeeker, your Dungeon Master host for this evening. Tonight we're continuing our adventures in the Out of the Abyss campaign by Wizards of the Coast, where all of our characters are trapped in the Underdark trying to get home. And we'll just go through a quick introduction of everybody and then we'll get going because some terrible, terrible stuff is going to happen really quick here. Introducing our barbarian, Utini. Say hello, Utini.
Hello, Utini. This is Patrick from DDO Cast.
Nice. Then we have Beavis Porkhammer, our paladin.
Hello, everybody.
And we have returning Calliope the Bard.
Hi! Don't you think Utini's not very good looking? And this is Evennote playing Calliope.
Starting already. Then we have Eldeth the Dwarven Cleric Fighter. Say hello, Eldeth.
Hello, Eldeth.
And, of course, the game wouldn't be complete without Jerry the Cleric.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Nice to be here.
And last and certainly not least, Draculetta the Wizard.
Because I am the reason we're in the Underdark. You're welcome, my fellow compatriots. You're welcome.
Yes. So when last we left you guys off, and I'm going to bring up the map here, and we'll share it out for everybody. So you guys are stuck in the Underdark. You're trying to get home. You had hooked up with some people you met, creatures and people you met down in the Underdark. One of them being Eldeth the Dwarf. And you're trying to, you guys found the Dark Lake, which is it's like the underground ocean for the Underdark. And you followed that to the Koato village of Slobodov. And in Slobodov, you were hoping to find some supplies and possibly a way to get out or around Dark Lake up to some of the more civilized Underdark cities, either Blightenstone or where Eldeth is from, which is a dwarven city way to the west, and hopefully get out of the Underdark. But when you got to the Koato village, you were captured, sort of, and then you were going to be sacrificed to the two-headed god Limagorgon, which later you found out was the demon Demigorgon. Part of what's going on in the Out of the Abyss campaign is supposedly the demons from the Abyss are showing up on the prime material plane, specifically in the Underdark. And that might be contributing to some of the reasons, some of the things that you've been seeing, and the fact that Orcus was taking a personal interest in Draculetta's life, and now there's a contract on his life, and that's going to end up real well for you, Drac. Just so you know.
Well, what are you gonna do?
So at the end of last session, you guys got in a big fight with the supporters of Lemigorgon and the more benevolent Sea Mother god of the Koato. And you got into the fight, and in round 3 of the fight, and 2 of the guys that you were traveling with, Shushar and Stool, actually at the end of this round, they were struck down by the blade of one of the Koato warriors. So they're laying on the ground bleeding. May or may not be dead. You're not quite sure.
Isn't Stool outright dead? If I remember right.
Maybe. You'll have to check them out. And then there was another Duger that was being sacrificed with you, and on the map you'll see him. He's kind of south and to the right of where Eldeth is, and he unlike you guys who you were able to with the Sea Mother support, you were able to look like you were chained up, but you really weren't. Whereas this guy, he's chained up, and at the top of the 3rd round, the water out in front of the village started to bubble, and rising from the depths of the dark lake sprung the demon prince himself, Demigorgon. And you guys, you blink because you literally don't believe it, but then you hear, oh, come on. Gotta work for me here. No, it's not working.
He looks cuddly.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, does he have fur? Is he fuzzy?
Hey, Calliope, is that your mother?
Who's that for? Oh.
Stop
No,
it.
it's the girl who turned you down at a tavern last week.
Oh, come on! I had a sound ready to go here, and it's not working. Oh man, what the heck? My speaker turn off or something? Oh,
That's a good picture, though. Is that from the module?
Yeah, that's from the book. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
There you go. There it was.
Cut out.
Is it related to a T-Rex?
No, it's related. It's related to this. Okay, enough with the sound effects. So yes, it is the Demon Prince, and he does come out of the Dark Lake. And you notice when you turn and look, you see swimming around him in like a flurry, like piranhas eating a cow. Dozens and dozens of those evil manta ray creatures that worship him as a god, and all of the Koato suddenly cower in fear, in just absolute fear. They drop their weapons and they fall to the ground, just paralyzed in fear. You guys are also in a bit of a pickle, and let's see, where is it? Okay.
Pickle? What do you mean? I got him right where I want him.
Upon witnessing the rise of the Prince of Demons, each party member must succeed on a DC Charisma saving throw or gain a level of madness. Oh, and I got to roll a.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, 10. Oh, I rolled a 10.
Because my holy sword's out. So anyone within 10 feet gets advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Within 10 feet. Okay, so that's only, at the moment, that is only Utini.
Just us two.
Yep.
That's
so,
okay. I rolled a 7 the first time, so
yeah,
I'll try to roll again.
You are going to have to roll again, because the 7 isn't going to cut it.
19.
Okay, that
That
might be a little better. So everybody, go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw.
Take that.
Oh, natty 20, nice.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh no, you made it. Just by Drac, you suddenly had this weird twitch in the back of your brain, but then you realize that you made the saving throw. Okay, so at the
For
moment,
a demigod, a 14 saving throw is kind of piddly.
At the moment, you guys are unaffected by the appearance of the Prince of Demons, and
I wouldn't say unaffected.
Unaffected, yeah. You're secretly like soiling yourselves.
Not me.
So I will say that combat is technically over, and I want to have everybody make a perception check for me. It doesn't have to be in the tower. Okay. I'm sorry. I meant to exclude Jerry and Calliope in that. and actually,
Yeah, that's. I mean, we're not technically on the map.
yeah,
yet, but I
you're
assume
not
we
technically on the map yet.
basically will-
So Beavis, I don't know if it's just the angle that you're at, or well, actually, you wouldn't see it because you got the big statue in front of you. So what did Drac roll? Oh, Drac's got it anyway. Okay, so Drac, all these Koto just start bowing down and shaking and quivering in fear, and you glance across the city, and it's like you have almost an unobstructed path to the other side of the city. So imagine that you guys are in like a grotto a little bit, and then it kind of goes up, and then you can see the far, it would be western gate of the city. And at that western gate, you see Jerry and Calliope waving their hands frantically like, hey, we're here. Come on. Come this way. What do you all do? Oh, wait. I got to do one more thing. Hold on. Where's my 20? Here we go. Oh, that's not good. And let me just... let's see here. Where is... So while I'm doing this, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna. Can I use a bonus action to swipe at the Koto in front of me and then grab Stool and Shishar and hightail it over to them?
If you want to, I mean, this thing's coming. You figure it's moving forward. You figure it's going to be here in probably less than 50 seconds. So if you want to wait, if you want to waste time taking a swing at something that it doesn't matter whether it's going to live or die anyway. Let's see.
Well, I don't want that thing stealing my kill.
Swing.
And it's a bonus action anyway, so what the hell else am I going to do with it?
Well, fine.
I'll grab Shishar and Stool and head towards Jerry.
Are
Yeah.
you going to grab both of them, or do you want me to grab one of them?
I mean, I've got a strength of 18, and I'm raging, so I feel like I can pick up a...
How about it?
I don't know. The DM may need us to split them up, but
No,
if I can grab them both, I'll just grab them both.
No, with a strength of 8, I don't think Drac could pick up Shishar's tail.
He can have
Maybe
Stool.
He's
Maybe still you could pick
mushroom. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but
I'm going to release the gentleman that's cowering next to me.
in fact, you look at him, Eldeth, and he is. You remember before Demigorgon showed up, that he was like, "Please help me get out of here. I'll get you guys home. I'll help you out." And then now, at the moment, he is cowering in complete and utter fear, just like the Kotor.
I'm still going to release him.
Okay, he doesn't.
And
even,
I'm going to say,
he doesn't even notice you. He doesn't even. It looks like he's being affected by the demon madness. He doesn't even notice what you're doing, and he continues to cower in fear with his hands over his head. If you want to say,
I told you to have faith.
if no, it's called missing your saving throw. If you want to save him, you are going to have to grab him and run him out. So let me just go across the table here. So Utini's grabbing Shishar and Stool, and he's booking for the western gate. Beavis, what are you doing?
I pop out Grognard, jump on his back, and I scream, "Everyone, get the hell out of here!"
Okay. So it takes you like a round to bring him out, right?
Yeah, it takes an action. Yeah.
Okay, so it takes a round you to bring out your battle goat, and
He's large though, so.
okay. Well, I can make him bigger.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I mean, I can't make him stay on the. He's not going to stay. You're not going to stay on the token, but
Yeah.
We
That's
should-
fine. I'll move myself off somewhere. I'm on him though.
okay, we can make you a token. I'll make a token with you on him.
Yes.
Calliope, you're waving your hand. Are you doing anything? I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can do over there.
Yeah, I'm just like jumping up and down and waving my hands and trying to decide if there's any way I can get everybody but Utini to know.
I'm trying to see on the map that's available to us. Is there a place on the map that we're located?
Yeah, it's the far western gate. Hang on, I will put you guys there. Hold on a minute. And it's going to take me like, I didn't want to do this beforehand because it would have, but I'm going to get rid of all of these. Well, I guess I'm going to have to do it later. It's taking too long. All right, let me put you guys in the tracker. And then here, and it's right on the edge, what would be your left-handed edge of the map.
Okay, I see it.
Yep. And, of course, still with you is oops. Here we go. Is Glabagool. Oops, I gotta make him green. There we go. You see a green pseudopod waving above the gate. Eldeth, what are you doing?
I'm going to yell at Beavis, "You're running the wrong way, dear." I'm going to... Okay, so this guy that I untied...
Yep.
I'm gonna punch him.
That's not my token is not actually really there. I just moved him. I'm on the goat.
Yeah, but you moved like too many steps the other direction. That's what she's saying.
No. I'm on the goat.
I know. All right.
Okay.
So you punch him, and he's completely affected by this madness. And
Can I try to pull him? Does he do anything when I pull him?
No, unless you physically pick him up, he's not going with you.
What's my strength?
What is your
All right.
strength? Yeah, you got a decent strength.
I can pick him up then. I'll pick him up and start running towards Calliope and Jerry.
Okay, so double moving over that direction. Jerry, you doing anything special other than waving? I figured you also have like a light cantrip in your hand or something.
Well, sure, as a light cantrip, maybe. I mean, when I get to the group, or when the group is together, I'm going to call, or within 30 feet of me mostly, I'm going to use Beacon of Hope.
Okay. And that does what again?
That bestows hope and vitality. Any number of creatures within 30 feet of range for the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains max hit points from any healing.
Oh, okay, sweet. Okay.
I had forgotten about that. I am going to use a prestidigitation and turn one of these squares directly in front of me into an arrow pointing towards us.
Okay, so is it a white arrow, a red arrow, or a yellow arrow? Or a green one? There's a green one, right?
Oh, it's got to be the green. Absolutely.
Okay.
Bright, glowing green. Yes.
Okay.
I make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour. So I'm thinking like the ground right in front of us.
Okay. And then Drac.
I am going to shout something in Infernal at our friend in the water and then just start running.
Oh, boy.
Also, I just checked the Twitch chat, and I'm going to instead of an arrow, could I have a big pointing towards us?
A big what? I'm sorry.
A big bee's hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of what you didn't catch that right away? That's kind of what I meant.
Okay. I'm a
that's fine. So what are you going to tell him, Drac?
As this is a family-friendly stream, you can just imagine what I'm going to shout at him.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that. It's Infernal, so nobody else is going to understand it. But
Sure.
It's going to make him really, really, really mad.
Okay. Well, he ain't happy at the moment either. So, all right. So for the first round, I'm at the moment I'm not going to move your tokens. You start booking over there. So you get about halfway there, and then I'm going to start deleting these coatos here. You get about halfway there, and the next round, we're not in combat. We're still kind of in combat rounds. It's going to take you 3 rounds to get there, and you guys are moving and oops, sorry. There we go. Do it right this time. Oh, come on. It's still not going to work again? And everybody make another save.
Including Jerry and I?
Yeah, because if you guys look, he's a lot closer now.
And remind me which save it was.
Charisma.
Is anyone within 10 feet of Beavis?
Well, he hopped on his goat, so maybe.
yeah,
and you picked up the two other guys, so I'm going to say it's just Beavis this time.
Okay.
Oh no, Jerry. Oh no.
Yeah, no, not good.
Oh no. Not Jerry the Cleric. No.
Oh,
Could technically
Natural
even worse.
20.
Ooh, okay, yeah, Jerry. I'm afraid. I'm afraid you're gonna have to make a roll for me. I need a 1 to 3 roll.
Actually, I accidentally rolled with advantage, and my other roll was a 2. I'm not sure which one of them I rolled first, so I will leave that up to the DM.
Well, no, it's the higher versus lower. So if you drop
But I
the
should
2,
have
then
had
yeah,
advantage.
then you failed as well.
Well, but you don't know which one was first, so she might just roll again.
What do you mean?
but
Which
just
is
roll
one was
again.
first?
Whether I rolled the 19 or the 2.
I don't.
I accidentally rolled with advantage.
Oh, got it. Yeah, go ahead. Roll a new roll.
Okay.
All right, Jerry, you got a 3. You can actually roll a 3-sided, by the way. Okay, you're good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you right click the 6-sided and you choose custom dice, and then there's a die 3 option. But that roll of 6 is fine. That's 3. That's not good. All right. Right now, Jerry. Roll percentage.
And how do I do that? Custom dice?
Yep. No. Right click the 10-sided and choose the percent sign. There we go. 60. Really? Oh no. Okay, Jerry, you have now obtained, as part of a madness effect, you have gained a new flaw for your character.
Sweet.
All right, here I'm going to drag it onto you, and hopefully you'll be the only one who sees this, and everybody in the chat. You got that?
I do indeed.
All right. All right. So for this round, everybody's still moving towards it. Is anybody changing anything they're doing?
Yeah, I'm not moving towards the gate.
What are you going to do?
I'm moving towards Demogorgon.
You're serious?
Yeah, what else would I do?
Run like hell because there's no way you can. Because there's no way you can defeat him.
Don't care.
Then you're dead, dude.
Then you're dead.
Then I am.
No, you're
dead,
sacrificing myself so everyone else can get away. Write a song about me.
Everybody is going to get away, whether you do this
You
or
run
not.
from the Demogorgon.
Yes, you run from the Demogorgon. You don't.
No.
This is like Shoggoth level stuff, right?
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is.
Okay. Here's what happens. You're considering charging Demogorgon. You look over shoulder, and you see Eldeth trip and fall and twist her ankle. She's never going to get away. So either you can sacrifice yourself, or you can run back and grab the dwarf you love and hightail it and save the both of you. Otherwise,
that's not fair. Can you speak a text or something?
Otherwise, you both die.
The DM pulled out a Sophie's Choice on you.
Oh, Beavis!
Look at the bright side. He's thinking about it now.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Fine. I will charge Eldeth and pick her up and throw her in the goat and ride away.
And Eldeth says, "Don't forget to grab the Duger. We have to save him. He's going to help us."
Not enough weight.
You can put him on there.
Okay. I can't believe you did that.
I can so believe I did that. All right. So the second round, everybody's double moving. You guys are running for the for the I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna grab these guys. We're not gonna use this map again anyway, so I'll have to put everybody on a new map. But there was the old archpriest that was your friend, and then his daughter, who was kind of like your enemy, and then all the Koto surrounding that. So by the third round, top of the third round, he's at the pier. And he's smashing and breaking the pier, and the Zixicles, evil manta rays are just blah, blah, blah. I mean, they're bubbling up all around him, and you can see a couple of the Koto try to dive into the water they come out of it, dive into the water, get away, and the manta rays just maul them to death. And you guys, this round, with double moving and everything else, you guys make it all the way over to the gate. I'm just going to move everybody over here real quick. And you see this big emerald green finger pointing this way. And you guys, you look back over your shoulder in time to see him up, like right at the edge of the docks, and he's picking up Koatos and biting them in half and smashing his tentacles down on the ground, and he smashes that statue there, and you see the Koato priestess kind of praising him, and one of the tentacles picks her up and squeezes her so hard her head pops off and tosses her body off to the side, and then it looks up towards you. Blah, blah, blah. I won't do the sound again. And Drax says, "We better get out of here."
You're lucky, you bastard. You are lucky.
So you notice that Jerry the Cleric is on his knees going, "It appeared for us! It appeared for us!"
Whoa.
And Calliope, you kind of look at him weird. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's acting weirder than Utini, and that's saying something.
So Jerry, were you going to do that spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I? Give under the effects of this madness, though?
Yeah. Well, don't let the madness rule you completely, but let it kind of, because of the type it is, let it kind of just build your character a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, meanwhile, the Dugers is that Eldeth grabbed is starting to kind of come out of it the further away you get away from Demigorgon, and Jerry, you guys had gotten separated from them in the boats, and your boat actually landed a little bit to the west of here. But you did find where you guys are now is literally a road, like a underground stone road, going around the western bend of west and then eventually up of Dark Lake. So at this point, when you guys reach the village here, you can travel either by land or by water, but you only got one boat at the moment, so it's probably easier to travel by land. So if you put a little distance, you can easily put a little distance between you and the village, and then there are some people here that are hurt. Drax he's past half his hit points. Utini's mildly injured. I can delete him. He's gone. Beavis has a couple of points in him. So it's not like there aren't people that are hurt. Shushar and Stool are on death's door. So those are two you guys are going to have to do something about right away.
Okay.
Well, I'm a cleric, so
Yeah,
I got
me
this.
too.
Yeah, Eldeth.
Okay.
Jerry's a little better than you are, Eldeth, but and
Absolutely.
you're
Well, I don't know about that.
No, you're higher level, and as somebody that just recently twisted their ankle and tore up all the ligaments in it, Eldeth, your ankle hurts like hell.
Ow. Can I heal myself?
Sure, I'll say it's just basically the hit points that you have damaging you right now. So, but Jerry, are you gonna do something for Shushar and Stool before they pass out here?
Yeah, sure. I'll do some curing on them, and because of the beacon, well, actually, a second. Maybe not. Because this is a concentration. I can't remember. Are these others concentrations?
Yeah. Well, no. Hold on. Let me look here. Beacon of Hope.
Yeah, Beacon of Hope is a concentration spell. And so I could just keep it going while Eldeth does the healing, and it'll be max healing during the duration. So
I only have one spell left.
That's actually a good point. If you should,
I could heal.
You should be able to use that and healing at the same time. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's kind of it's made to cast prior to casting a heal spell.
I would think so. You can generally cast another spell so long as it's not a concentration spell, right?
Yeah.
In general?
Yes. And Cure Wounds is not a concentration. It's instantaneous.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I'll just do however many cures I need, I guess.
Well, you could do cures, and you can also do Spare the Dying, because you do have as a cantrip.
Also, I was actually even more than that. I could let someone die and then cast Revivify just to be a jerk.
Well, are these
and then ask them what it was like on the other side.
Are these guys at 0 hit points? Because I also have Spare the Dying.
No, they're like on their last death save. I've been doing death saves for them this whole time, and they're both of them on their last death save. So if you
all right, well, I will do Cure Wounds on one of them.
Okay.
I can also do Cure Wounds and Healing Word.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And there's more. I got it too. So.
Okay. So between the three of you, and then Eldeth could also do Spare the Dying. They come out of it and enough to move along. But Stool's really, he was really hurt bad. I mean, he was twice his hit points in the negatives. So, but because
so dead.
no, actually, I'm going to say he's not. And the reason for that, you don't know.
Okay, so I only have one spell left of heal. Does anybody have a cantrip that would heal my ankle, or should I cast?
Well, I mean, I definitely have enough cures left. I could still do it because it looks like I only cast it once, and so that gives me like 3 more.
Yeah, you're full up on spells, Jerry. It's been a couple of days since you guys were separated in the boat. So
okay, I just want to say to Gabagool that if you do want to, I can give you an experience of what it's like on the other side. What I can actually do is let you die, then bring you back to life, and then you can tell me what it's like on the other side. What do you think, Gabby?
by the way, Jerry, you've been talking to Gabagool a lot lately, because as you guys have traveled west, Gabagool's use of his let's just say his thesaurus has been growing a little bit. And he's like, well, Jerry, I really am not sure I like the idea of doing that. Can I get back to you on it?
Yeah, think it over. Just let me know before you die next time.
And you guys, and like Drac and Beavis and Eldeth, you remember Gabagool talking like this. No, he's kind of talking like a little bit like he's like maybe a couple of intelligent points smarter than he was before.
That's not good. We need to get rid of him now.
That's not good. Okay, so for simplicity's sake, I'll just say you guys put some distance between you and the village. And again, you keep looking over your shoulder, and Demigorgon is just smashing through the village. I mean, he's literally destroying the place. Every once in a while, he picks up a Koato and bites the head off, and he throws them. He grabs a handful of them and he tosses them in for his followers in the water, and they like piranha munch them to death. And you're like, yeah, we got to get out of here. This is not good.
Hey, Utini, you want to lose 10 pounds of ugly fat? Let the Demogorgon bite off your head.
He doesn't know what to say in response.
You're muted, Patrick, in case you didn't realize.
I know.
Oh, okay. So you guys can put some distance in between, and if you want, you can take a long rest at the end of it. So you guys travel for maybe an hour or two. You figure you're probably safe. you're in terrain where the monster literally couldn't reach you. So
Yes.
if he was following you.
Take a long rest.
Which Drac, as you look over your shoulder one last time, you could swear one of the heads is looking at you.
Next time, buddy. Next time.
Let's go get him.
Well, he did call his mother an awful
I-
naughty word.
Mutter something in Infernal, and everybody just looks at me.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me exactly what it was later. All right, so you guys take a long rest. At this point, there's no. I'm gonna close Mr. Demigorgon. Goodbye, Mr. Demigorgon. We'll see you later. And we're gonna close this map. So, within a couple of hours of the long rest, and I'm just gonna apply a long rest to you guys. There we go. Oh, and you guys do get some XP for surviving chapter 2 or 3. Woo! All right.
You know how much more experience I would have gotten if I would have fought Demigorgon?
Dude, I would have polished you in like 2 rounds.
Like, not even that. One hit.
He would have survived a round?
No.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
one round.
Listen, I'm a paladin with a holy sword. I've got some tricks
Okay, here.
up my sleeve here. But no.
You realize what Demigorgon is, right? I mean, you realize what that thing was.
And do you realize I'm a paladin with a holy sword?
All right. So everybody,
Please don't resent me.
I kind of do.
oh no! So for entering the village and playing along, and for the Koto that you killed, and for surviving the encounter, everybody gets 500 XP. Jerry, you and Calliope can. Eldeth, you dropped out of Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, okay.
Beavis, what do you have for XP? Because Jerry and Calliope can change theirs to match yours. I want to keep everybody at the same level.
I'm at 10,107.
Okay.
Without the experience you just handed out. So,
Okay.
are you gonna do that, or are you gonna manually?
No. No, everybody can manually add their experience.
That means I'm level 6.
Does it?
What?
I have next level at 6,500.
No.
No. That was 5.
That was 5. Next
Ah,
level
what's our
is
next level?
14?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 14 is the next level.
You said 500, right?
So what are-
10,607?
Yeah, I'm going to say that's what I'm at.
Correct.
Which one to make
Yeah,
sure
in
everybody
case you
else is
didn't,
at.
if you go on the main tab under class and level, hit the magnifying glass, and that shows you where your experience is. There you go. Perfect. All right. Okay. So a couple of hours into your rest, the Duger wakes up, and he shakes his head, and he's holding his head, and he speaks. He starts speaking in Duger, and then he looks up and realizes where he is and who's all surrounding him, and he kind of switches to a common tongue. It's not the greatest. It's got a slight little like a maybe a Russian accent to it, but it is, you can understand. And he goes, oh, the madness, my head. Hello. What happened?
What's your name?
I gotta find it. I forgot. It is. Come on, where are you? I had it here before. Oh, you know what? It's in the next section. I believe his name is Hetman. Something like that. Heham. Hetman.
Hi, Hetman. My name is Eldeth.
Dwarf. Hello.
Yeah,
I'm
free you.
unarmed. I'm unarmed.
I don't wish to harm you. We freed you.
Oh,
The Demigorgon came out of the... Is right? Yes.
yes.
The Demigorgon came out of the sea, and you were frightened, and we grabbed you and ran.
And he thinks for a little bit, and his head hurts when he tries to remember it. And he goes, "Oh, thank you. I would never expect such kindness from a dwarf. But I have nothing against dwarfs. I'm a trader. Actually, that is my business. I trade supplies and weapons and such. And I was traveling close to the Koato, and I saw them, and I thought maybe I could do some business with them. But then they took me prisoner, which is odd because I had traded with them in the past, but it appears that they were taken over they began worshiping the demon prince, and I was going to end up as a sacrifice, but I owe you all my life. Thank you. How can I repay you?
Well, first, sorry about your draw. I was trying to snap you out of it there. But you said you could help us. What do you have to offer?
Didn't you say that you were trying to? Oh, maybe it was one of your companions that said that they were trying to get to the surface. Well, I can help with that. Like I said, I'm a trader. I've traveled the length of the Underdark, here and back again, and I know most of the roads and where to safely travel. And I could get you to Graggensloth, Graggensloth. That is a Duger and Darrow city. Humans and dwarves are tolerated, but it would be best if you wore your cloaks. You guys are still dressed in the cloaks that the Coatos gave you. And from there, I could point you in the direction of Blightenstone or, darn it, what is the name? I keep forgetting the name place that you're from, Eldeth. That would be Galtgrim, the dwarven city beneath Neverwinter, not far from Neverwinter and Waterdeep.
How close are we to the surface?
Right now, he says at least 10 miles.
Okay.
But some of these other the major cities, the city of the Deep Gnome, Blightenstone, and the city for the dwarves, they have direct passages to the surface. Where you are now, there is no direct passage to the surface. He says, if I can take you to the Duger city, and from there, you could follow the trails that lead directly to either one of those cities. He said, going to Blightenstone has its own perils because it is very close to Menzabranzan, and encountering drow is always best avoided when traveling in that area. The trip to Galtgrim, as you know, is several weeks, but it might be the more safe trip once you are past the Neverlight Grove. And when you say Neverlight Grove, then Stool pops up and says, "Home, home, home."
Wait a second. Are you saying we could either try to take on a whole city of drow, or we can go to this guy's house?
You guys kind of turn, and Jerry's kind of got a smarmy tone to him all of a sudden.
I mean, hours of spending time with Calliope one-on-one would do that to somebody.
He was fine until we ran into you.
Ooh, blaming it directly on the half-orc. Nice.
I mean, I feel like there's video evidence that that's not actually true, so...
So, he tells you that Grackensloth is almost directly on the west coast of Dark Lake. It's a little bit to the south, but for the most part, it's on the west coast of Dark Lake. And then from there, it's a short trip to Neverlight Grove, and then from there, you could either go to Blightenstone or to Galtgrim. So he says, I would be more than happy to guide you with my help. I travel this path quite often, and he says, with my help, you probably won't have many encounters. We would have to try and sneak you into into the city. I doubt that they would let you through the front gate unmolested, he says.
Fine.
I give him some food to eat while we're talking.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we need food because we were kind of low.
Oh,
on supplies.
he knows where all of the fungus growths are between here and the Duger City, and I mean, you guys could probably make it on your own, but you would have to scavenge. You wouldn't know specifics. With him along, you definitely could be an easier path.
Sure, let's go.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything special over the long rest?
I'm just sleeping and trying not to have nightmares about Utini.
Yes.
I'm gonna haunt her dreams.
You have Calliope. Unfortunately, you have a dream about Demigorgon coming out of the lake and has two teeny heads on it.
Help! I'm never sleeping again.
Wakes up screaming.
Wait, I'm a half elf. I don't really sleep, do I? So I think I'm safe.
No, I think that's just elves. I don't think. Do half elves have the? I think that's only elves. You only meditate for 4 hours. That I think isn't that what you're thinking?
Well, that's what I was kind of hoping.
Let me see here. Half elf. There's a Fey ancestry thing here. Nope, that's just sleep spells. Nope, I don't think you have that ability. What's it called? It is called the trance. Yeah, trance. No, you don't have that ability.
Darn it.
Sorry. Let's get some. Oops, that's not it. Let's get some stuff up on here. There's a good old picture of Glabagool. That's like my favorite illo from this adventure. So as you guys are doing your long rest, Glabagool comes up to you and he goes, "Oh, hello, Mr. Wizard. It's nice to see you again."
Good to see you too. I'm glad you survived when we got separated.
Yes, it was a simple matter of finding the right current in the Dark Lake and navigating that to the southwest, and then taking a right at the one. He just starts going on and on about all the geographical references and how they found the village based on all these different factors. And you're like, is this the same ooze that?
Yeah. You seem to be a little different now. Did you have any experiences while you were traveling, or you just are a little different to me?
Well, I seem to be moving closer to my god. I feel that part coming closer. Maybe that's why my intelligence has increased exponentially. And I think that's a good thing. I'm seeing the world in a whole new light.
Do you know where your god is right now?
He thinks about it for a second. No, I do not have the clerical abilities that are associated with my. He starts going into clerical powers and a bunch of other things. The answer is no.
No,
He has no clue. It's just a feeling that he has. So
good to know. You tell me next time that gets your feeling that it's closer gets a little bit stronger.
I will endeavor to do so, he says. Meanwhile, Shushar comes up to you, Utini, and he says, Master Utini, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and soul for rescuing myself and Stool. I thought that we were going to end up being food for those evil fish and the evil god Demigorgon. So thank you very much. I cannot repay you.
Sure.
Okay. That's it, huh?
Well, I mean, you could repay. It just you'd have to pay for a while.
Yeah. He says, I will do whatever I can and sacrifice my life so that you will get to the surface and we can get Stool home. And he's very, very thankful to have been saved. So, okay. Once again, anybody else doing anything special, out of the ordinary?
Do you like? We probably would have no idea like what time of day it is.
No.
Okay.
No. Within reason, you can do long rests. I think you can. I know that there's an optional rule that you can't do 2 long rests in a row. You'd have to put some time in between there. I think I've seen people say as much as 4 hours or 8 hours in between long rests. But you can definitely crank out a long rest. It's definitely been at least 4 to 6 hours since you arrived at the village before it was destroyed, and then there was several hours before that. So you're timing it out pretty well, I believe.
Well, per a suggestion in Twitch chat, before she actually laid down to sleep, since she does sleep, Calliope did take a few minutes to do her nails, so her prestidigitation will have some more.
Well, I figure you're probably prestidigitizing your nails quite a bit.
That works actually. It makes it go a lot faster.
Was it Total Recall with the pen that changes the nail color?
Sure.
Ooh.
There you go. There you go. Okay, well, with hang on, I gotta find his name exactly. Hold on a second here. I'm pretty sure I was right. Let's see. Take a minute, folks. Darn it! And I thought I had linked him in my prep here, and I didn't. I meant to. Can't find it. Oh, Hemeth. I was close. Hemeth. Hemeth. So let me see if I got an NPC entry for him. I should. I do not. Well, that's annoying. So Hemeth. He thanks you again, and you guys press on. It is going to be, for the sake of just so you guys kind of know where you are and everything. I did dig up the Underdark map. So during the long rest, Hemeth kind of draws out everything. Being a trader with years of experience, he has a pretty good grip on where everything is. So I'm going to share this map out to you guys rather than have me kind of half explain it all the time. And Eldeth, you're way to the west of this map. Weeks journey west, whereas Blightenstone is probably half that distance up towards the north. So you guys kind of get, so right now you're just to the south of Slobodov, and then you're going to have to travel. That's probably a solid week's worth of travel to the Duger city. But with Hemeth guiding you guys, I'm just going to say, rather than roll for encounters every week and then making stuff up on the fly, I'm just going to say that after a week, between everybody's survival checks and scavenging and whatnot, you guys come within, visual distance of the city. Okay, everybody still on board here?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
So, let me close this since I don't need that one anymore. And okay, Don't need that. There's a quick shot of the city map for the chat. Don't need this one. And in the, so you guys kind of see from a distance the the Duger city. And what you see are stone buildings and then orange and green fire and black smoke billowing from the top of most of these structures.
Can I tell anything about that green fire? Like, what is it? Have I ever seen anything like it before?
If you ask Hemeth, he says most of the green fire is a luminary in nature, but the yellow or the orange fire is literally forges where the Duger smelt all of their metals, and they also use fire to help cut gems and actual stonework as well. And then you can also see, like off to the side, you'll see rivers of molten rock streaming down from above. And a lot of what the Duger do, instead of mining metal, kind of like the dwarves do, they take the molten metal and then they extract the elements from the molten stone, and they do mining as well, but most of it is done with very, very hot fires. And like I said, as you get closer, you can see very large clouds of darkened smoke because you're underground. There's nowhere for the smoke to go. Maybe there's a small vents here and there, but not enough to compensate for the very large amounts of blackened smoke that that come up as a result of everything that they do in this city. So Hemeth is going to suggest that you guys try to sneak your way into the city by let's see here, by one of the tunnels leading up to one of the district gates. So to do this, you guys might have to either come up with some kind of a bribe, or you might have to. You could possibly just stealth your way through. But
why are we sneaking in anyways?
Because
if we can't be seen in the city, then why even bother going?
Because the paths to where you need to go, you have to go through the city. You can't go around.
Okay.
The paths to Blightenstone and then to the west all go through the city. To the west of the dwarf or the Duger city, it's nothing but a wall of solid rock. There's no way past that. So you have Dark Lake, and then there's I don't know if it was eroded or it was just carved out naturally, but there is like landfall around that. And then there's tunnels coming in and out. But most of what is paths, well-traveled paths and safe passages and so on, are within a half a mile of the lake. It's very difficult unless you just go in a random tunnel, which may go for a mile or two and then end. That's the way of the Underdark. There's no definite roadmap. The only definite roadmap you have is going through this city at the south gates, and then at the northern gate, you have the option to leave the city and go two different directions. Hemeth does tell you that it's much easier to get in the city than it is to get out. He says we may have to either bribe some people or make some allies or find some way to get out of the city once we're in. He says it's not going to be as simple as going in and out.
I'm sure once they meet me, they'll be fine. And they'll just let us out.
He says, you are human, my friend. You have the least amount. Well, he says, probably the half-elf has the least amount of chance to survive with her hood off. He says,
I smirk.
he says the half-orc and the tiefling probably could pass a cursory inspection. He says, but a human or an elf or half-elf would be stopped instantly by the guard. It would be best to keep your hood up. Hemeth does say to you, Calliope, he says, "Milady, you look like a woman of many talents. Do you have the ability to disguise yourself? And possibly your friend here?"
Let me see what I can do.
Meanwhile, he turns to the dwarves and he says, I know it might be appalling for you, but if someone has some kind of white paint or something to make your faces a little paler, and so that you would pass as potentially pass as a Duger, that would be in your benefit.
I do have 2 sets of costume clothes. I don't know how or when I got them, but I do have 2 costumes.
Okay, you do have a disguise skill though, right, or something like that?
Oh, do I have a disguise?
I don't think there's a skill but you can be proficient with like hit or something like that.
Yeah.
I am very good in performance and persuasion.
Okay. So you could probably kind of maybe disguise yourself as I don't want to say a drow, only because you could maybe try to pass yourself off as a drow. That might not be outside the realm of possibilities.
Okay.
So
I could just like make my ears look more pointy and make my skin darker.
yeah, he says you could probably do something like that would benefit. She says, "I'm so," but the gentleman in the white hair and beard, he would definitely stand out as a human. So
I don't know that prestidigitation can really like make him look like a drow because he doesn't have the pointy.
yeah. So Jerry, you might have to envelop
I could
yourself.
cut off his ears.
Or he could just, wear a headband like Spock did. I mean, that works.
Sure.
Make sure you use colorful language.
Yes.
I'm sure as soon as they see me, it'll be all fine. I'm not worried at all.
Okay. He turns to the rest of you. He says, might be best if your friend put his head under a hood." Eldeth, Beavis, did you have any comment on the going white face?
Yeah, I was gonna swear and scream and yell
Okay.
because that's not right.
Okay. He says,
Yeah.
he says, "My friend, I mean no offense. I'm just telling you what I'm trying to repay my debt to you in all honesty. For the record, you guys have been traveling with him for a week. His alignment is neutral. So, he isn't evil. He isn't. He also isn't chaotic.
I guess I'm pretty. I mean, I'm from the Underdark. I mean, they're against dwarves who also live in the Underdark?
Well,
I mean,
yeah. I mean, so the Dugers and the dwarves, I mean, pretty much don't get along as a matter of history. However, they do business together, so it isn't outside the realm of possibilities that a dwarf would be in here. But if anything that's not a Duger or an ally of a Duger is you have to be able to pass a certain level of scrutiny.
well, he's my ally and he's a Duger, so
Right, but that's just him.
Suggested in Twitch chat, throw a collar on him and pass him off as a drow.
Knock it off, comic.
We wouldn't do that anyways.
Okay. Well, you kind of did it in the Koto village.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
It's all right, comic. I'm just giving you crap. These guys might need a little help, especially now that Jerry's gone off the deep end.
I'll simply put my hood up and take my chances.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Hoods up.
Okay. Okay.
Like to poll the audience, Rebus.
What's that?
Like to poll the audience, Rebus.
Yeah. So Hemeth says, "Well, I know a way in, and I know somebody that we could potentially talk to about maybe getting you guys safe passage to one of the other cities. Another trader, a friend of mine, she might have a way. She has other allies within the city that might help you guys, kind of get through things. So." She says if we can maybe track her down, that might be beneficial. So let's see here. Go next. All right. I have to find what I'm looking for here. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Here it is. Okay. So you guys come through one of the there's several entrances on the end, the southern end that you guys are coming up, and they're gated entrances, but they're wide open. So you do see very few people going in and out. The gate that Hemeth is suggesting is the one that's associated with the docks. So you'll get travelers from Dark Lake will dock their boats and then kind of walk up and into the city. And he's suggesting that you kind of maybe piggyback in that, try to jump into that group and kind of make your way up. Is that acceptable with everybody?
Sounds like it's as open as the Oakland Raiders defense was today. So sounds great.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ouch. Shots fired, my friend.
I don't think there's any Oakland Raider fans playing in the game here today.
Nope.
Drac.
Oh,
hello. Have you met me? Hello.
All right. That's only because they're going to Vegas next year. You're just a bandwagon jumper. Okay, so as you guys are trying to sneak into that, kind of sneak in with that group of people that are kind of moving into that area, you guys are coming up on two guards, and I would like everybody to make in the tower, please, a hang on, I'm losing my train of thought here. First a stealth check, and you can do it untrained, and then a performance check.
Okay.
It's gonna take me a minute to read all the.
Oh, this is gonna go poorly. You wanted stealth and then performance?
Yeah, both. And I'll explain why in a minute here.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Should I
exactly? You know what I'm gonna do?
I'm getting disadvantage from my armor. Is that a problem with my stealth check?
That is correct. You require that as a valid.
Yeah, I'm just asking if that matters in this case.
It does.
Okay.
So that's
what kind of armor did you have?
Fine.
Heavy armor, I think.
No.
Yeah, any
that's why I asked.
Any heavy armor is a disadvantage roll. Okay, so
what's the worst that could happen? I mean, come on.
I mean, the armor and helm gives me like +1 to all my saves and resistance to necrotic and fire, I think, or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, there's reasons.
It's worth it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. All right. So everybody, Beavis, where's your first roll? Okay, there.
It is actually medium armor, FYI. It's
Yeah.
not heavy.
Okay, so as you guys are trying to, you kind of mosey your way in to the group of people, or kind of like the path that's going up, and then you get your hood pulled over, and as you get up towards where the guards are, you notice that one of them comes up and confronts Calliope and says, "You there?" And, by the way, you do. What languages do you speak, Miss Calliope?
Well, Elvish, obviously, and Common, and
Where do you have those written down? Here we
where
go.
is that listed?
Draconic. Okay. A Duger comes up to you and does anybody here speak Undercommon? Show of hands.
Unlikely.
Didn't we determine that somebody did?
Yeah, like Shushar.
Oh, maybe it was Shashar. Okay. Drac, you don't, right?
Did Mr. Drogar ever mention anything about, or can I get some information on how half-orcs are treated?
He did say. He said that they're treated, they're uncommon. I mean, they're not as common as Dugers, but they would be considered uncommon.
No, I just do common and infernal.
Okay, so nobody other than Shushar and Hemeth speak Undercommon, correct? I'm getting
Correct.
Eldeth, not you.
I do not.
Okay.
The only two languages I have listed are Common and Dwarvish.
Okay. Boy, that intelligence as a dump stats are a real killer, isn't it? So he kind of stops you, Calliope, and Hemeth comes up and says, "Oh, my friend, what is the matter? These are traders from the Zentarum traders from the surface, and I do not believe they speak your language. And he's saying this in Duger back to him, but then he's also kind of translating it back to you guys a little bit. And he goes, Hemeth turns back to you and says, Calliope, he says he wants you to open up your cloak and kind of like not undress, but take your cloak off so they can see who you are.
Flash him?
No, not flash him, but kind of want to see who you are, and you're awfully tall and lanky for somebody that is coming into a Duger city. So you're kind of standing out a little bit. What do you do?
Hang on, I want to check something on prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation does a lot of things.
It does.
It does a lot of things, but it also doesn't do as much as you think it does.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out if I can make my boots look like they have really, really high heels to account for my height.
Oh. Well,
that would be more illusion-y than prestidigitation-y, wouldn't it?
I would say that. I mean, if you had, you don't have minor illusion. Drac, you got anything else that can help out here spell-wise?
I am looking.
Gold.
I do have an idea, but I don't know. Would he understand common?
Regular common, if you spoke it, maybe. You want to give it a shot?
Yep, and I'm going to try to persuade him.
Okay, so you walk up there, you pull back your hood, showing that you're a tiefling. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And
that was my plan.
Okay, and he says he kind of takes a step back and kind of look. Hemeth turns to you and he says, "Yeah, he wants to know who you are."
I will tell him. I am Draculetta. I am a powerful wizard, and this is my friend. You want that persuasion in the tower, I'm assuming?
I do.
I figured you would.
Okay. He says, he comes back to you in common. Why are you coming to our city?
We're just passing through. I just needed a way through, and this and this was the best.
You see Utini come up and whisper in Drax's ear, and he's trying not to laugh.
That's hilarious. Okay.
I mean, it could be easier to sell. I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay.
I might use that if I need help. We'll see.
He says,
it.
"We don't unless you have actual business in the city. I don't believe I should. I believe we should be turning you away. We've had problems with the madness lately, and you being of infernal blood. I don't think that would be looked upon very, very friendly here."
Is there anything that could, if I would maybe hand you something, would it help your decision a little bit?
Okay, so you're gonna try and do another Okay, so what was his insight? Would just be his intelligence.
So he's
Okay.
just so I can understand what you're saying. So they're concerned about people with madness getting in.
Yes, he did say that. Everybody caught that right off the bat. So, and you probably believe that he's referring to this weird, madness that you've come across. I mean, Jerry acting weird. Drac, you had an episode when you guys were in the tomb a while back, and then Hemeth, going basically catatonic when Demigorgon showed up. I mean, that's also you kind of put two and two together there, and like, hey, there must be something else that's going on around here that.
I forget about Jerry. He's acting a little.
I did say.
I
did say Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you. Yeah, we have seen that madness in our travels. We were kind of curious to what was going on, but I can assure you, we won't cause any problems for you. We're just passing through your lovely city.
All right. He gives you guys one more look over, and
picking up supplies.
Make one more.
We're picking up supplies, and here's a little bit of gold for your troubles. Sorry.
Persuasion again?
Yeah. Make another persuasion check. Okay. Ooh, there we go. All right. Let me make one more insight check here, and we'll see. Okay. How much gold are you holding out there, Beavis?
I'll give him 5.
He looks at your 5, laughs a little bit. All right. But I am going to let the captain of the watch know that you're in town, and keep your nose clean. And the sooner you head out through one of the northern gates, the better.
More than fair.
Thank you, sir. Don't expect such preferential treatment from them. I
kind of give him a little nod and a little bow.
Okay, and he definitely steps back from you a little bit. The fact that you're a tiefling you kind of get the impression that it's a little bit intimidating. They probably don't get a whole lot of tieflings here, and like I said, given what might be going on in the Underdark, it might be a little intimidating. So
that's kind of what I was hoping for.
Yeah,
actually.
So he does let you in, and let's see. All right. So you guys kind of get into the city, and as soon as you get into the walls and you start moving around a little bit, you do notice that the air, how you know that cloud from a distance kind of enveloping the city. As you get into the city, you definitely notice it. It's almost like a very hang on a second here. It's a very thick, spewy kind of smoke. And as you guys, you go up, I don't know, 100 yards or so, you see Hemeth just kind of take a few steps. Then he spits out this large chunk of something out, and he goes, "Oh, my apologies for the decorum." He says, "The crackle lung might begin to affect you as the longer you stay in the city."
Not one for air cleanliness, are we?
Oh, it's the forges, he says. He says, but the way that we obtain our metals is the most, while it produces the smoke, it is the more efficient version than other races, the way they mine. And he kind of gives a side look to the dwarves. No disrespect intended, but everybody does things differently. I believe, Mr. Sir Jerry, you are a cleric. You might wish to study up on any cure spells for disease in case any of your companions become overwhelmed by the smoke. It is possible the longer you are in the city if you're not used to it. For those of us who were born here, it's a little bit of a different. We are able to tolerate it much better.
Have you not considered ventilation?
He says we are many miles beneath the surface. I don't think that is a viable solution. He says.
Hey, just let's go somewhere else. May I suggest your enemy's place?
By the way, for clarity's sake, before you guys went in, because I completely forgot, Shushar is in a hood. He's carrying stool. Glabagul tells you that he'll meet you on the other side of the city. He says, "I don't believe my presence within the city would attract unwanted attention. I will circumvent Dark Lake, and meet you on the other side."
See, that's a good plan. Let's go with him.
Sir Dwarf, I don't believe that would be a good idea for you. I will be clinging to the side of a sheer cliff and moving around while many sea monsters lurk below me. I do not believe that would be the safer method of travel. And besides,
Don't fall.
And besides, you probably need supplies, and they didn't compensate for going around Dark Lake that way in the module. So there's no alternative to kind of make you go through the city. But he says, "I will see you on the other side. Jerry, please be well. And Calliope, it is always a pleasure." He kind of pulls out a pseudopod to kiss your hand before he leaves.
Aww.
Little lips form on the end of the pseudopod. And
Aw, that's so cute.
And he dumps in the water and disappears. So, yeah, having a gelatinous cube in the city probably would attract too much attention. So you guys get in the city, and let's see here. I am going to show you guys a map of the city, just a general map. Here it is. Let's minimize this for now. And goodbye, Glabagul. And we'll bring this over here. So this kind of gives you an idea of the layout of the city. And you guys would have came in just in the dock area on the northern end there. Well, I'm sorry, kind of the northeast end. You would have came in the tunnels there, and then through like one of the dock entrances over on that side. You'll see that the city itself has a big chasm going through it with bridges over the top. You'll see large bridges crossing over into large cliffs with dwellings in them. Hetmith says that is mostly Darrow, where the Darrows live and mine. And then
I don't know what a Darrow is.
Everybody can make a nature check if you don't know. Otherwise, Eldeth could probably tell you what a darrow is.
In the
You're not
tower.
sure. I will explain to them what a darrow is.
Yes. Yeah, and Hemeth says, he says, this area was, colonized, eons ago by both the Duger and the Darrow. While we don't 100% get along, there's more Duger than Darrow, but the Darrow have their own power, so we make nice with them for the sake of the community. So, all right. Let me get to where I want to go here. Here we go. Okay. After traveling through the city a little bit, you guys end up at the doorstep of just a general structure, and actually I do have kind of like what a general building looks like. These are some like sketchings that some of the artists did for to kind of say what like the interior of the city looks like when they did that first big picture. So they included these in the in some of the I don't know if it's in the book, but it's definitely in the Fantasy Grounds module. I'd have to look. It might be in the back. But just up to one of the stone structures, and kind of knocks on the door, and a female Duger. I don't think I have an illo for her. Oh, maybe I do. Here we go. What's this? Oh, that's a male. That's not a female. A female. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Duger. A female deep gnome comes to the door, and she goes, Hetmith. She kind of looks up. The very, very small, like maybe not even 3 feet. And she says, what can I do for you? And Hemeth says, these are some friends of mine. They rescued me from Koato, who were going to sacrifice me to the Prince of Demons. And she takes a step back. She says, really? Oh, that sounds interesting. What do you need from me? And she says, well, they're trying to get through the city. They're trying to get to either Blightenstone or to Gauntgrim. And she says, oh, well, that's a little bit of a tall order at the moment. There have been some problems, and the Deep King has sealed off access to those passages leading out of the city. And he has not given a reason why. Does anybody want to say anything? She is talking to Common.
Yeah, we know why.
Why?
I don't know. Do you have any information?
She says, I'm sorry, I have no idea why that would happen. She says, and it's affecting my business. She says, I'm a gems trader. And she looks at you, Eldeth, and she goes, you're from Gauntgrim, I can tell. I travel there several times a year.
I am from Gauntgrim.
Yes.
I think I may have seen you there.
Probably not. I don't, you, by the look of you and your beard, you are more of the highbrow of those dwarves. And she's right. She mostly handles pallies around with the merchant class, and she doesn't stay long. She says sometimes some of the dwarves do not like dealing with me because I do deal with other races like the Duger, the Darrow, and even the Drow.
Well, I do like jewelry and gems.
She says she basically turns to Hemeth and says, I'm sorry, there's not much I can do until the Deep King lifts his ban of travel north. There's not much I can do.
Well, we stuck in. Can we sneak out? I mean, there's got to be a way.
Sneaking in through the southern docks is much easier than sneaking out through the eastern docks, than sneaking out the west end of the all of the fishermen dock in the south. So the guards are a little more lenient there, but he says you won't get out the other passages. Those are guarded by dozens of whole Duger patrols. Guard those.
Can't we just ask the king for passage?
Nobody has seen the king in over at least 5-10 days.
Oh, well then, how do we even know he's still king? I mean, come on, let's just go.
He is guarded by hundreds of invisible Duger. Getting there would be a feat in itself, he says.
Invisible Duger?
Yeah, Dugers can turn invisible. Everybody, you would know that. It's
no,
one of the,
I was just
oh
I was just thinking like Emperor's New Clothes kind of a thing.
oh no.
Like,
as you guys know, Dugers can turn invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that vast army around him, huh? I'm really worried.
Mm-hmm.
She says, the only other option I would have for you is potentially maybe speaking with the Stone Guard. That's an option. Or if you feel brave, there's also how do you pronounce this? Thembercod. And she says Thembercod, the Duger just like takes a shiver back, and he says, "Oh, I don't think that would be a good idea."
Oh, then it definitely is a good idea.
The Duger turns to you, Utini, and says, "No, that would be a really terrible idea."
Okay, well, what is it?
Thembercod is an ancient red dragon. He's the one that keeps the forges of Grekenstad lit. Every few days, he moves throughout the city and relights the forges with his dragon fire.
I mean, we could always go talk to him, right? He's friendly, right?
I think the last group of outsiders that talked to him, he ended up using for toothpicks.
We'll send Calliope. She'd make a great toothpick.
I have more brains than a toothpick, unlike you.
So she says that's about all I can do for you. I'm sorry. Any questions before Hemeth bids her farewell and leaves?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell we're supposed to be doing here.
Yeah, I want to know why she totally like dissed me.
Well, she basically doesn't respect stature. So, I did put it on your sheet, didn't I? Oh, maybe I didn't. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
So, Hemeth says, well, I have a small place to stay on the not far from the gates that we need to go through. If you want to head that way, we could. I could make some more inquiries and see about what else we could possibly do. I am in your debt, he says.
Sure, let's go.
Anybody else? Yes, no.
I just want to get
Yeah,
out
for
of
sure.
the city.
Okay.
So okay.
All right. So you guys head through some of the alleyways and such, and as you're making your way, yeah, see, there's no grid on this map. I need a grid. I don't know if that's gonna work. How am I gonna do this? Oh, I can just use the good old party sheet. Where's that bad boy? All right, everybody open up the party sheet and go to order. And I'm going to pull off the... Oh, let's make sure everybody's in the party sheet first of all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So everybody go in the party sheet. Kind of put yourselves in a marching order. And we can take Fen off of there. And facing the top of the map, please. And...
I can't drag myself into the order.
Oh, maybe I have to do it. Hold on. I probably have to do it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? Jerry. Okay. Here we go. Whoop. Okay. So yeah, just like that. And as you get, and then I'll get a token here for Hemeth.
Which way is front?
Top of the map is front. So, well,
Okay.
actually,
I'm gonna
Actually, I'm sorry. Put yourself at the top with the front facing down. That way, I got room to work the encounter. Yeah, my apologies. This is the one part I didn't plan on. All right, and then Hemeth will just put like right there. Okay, and let me drag this over here so everybody can see what we're doing. Sorry. Let me minimize this for now. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Fantasy Grounds has this little thing called the party sheet, and if you need an instant map or a grid, ta-da.
Something like that.
Something like that. You know what, though? Hang on. Hang on. We got to do it from the combat tracker. Let me just delete everybody. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta pull it from the combat tracker. Because that way we got all of this. And there's Eldeth. Okay, now you can rearrange yourself. I'm sorry. And then I need...
That's what I had before, if people are okay with it.
Yep,
That's
good.
fine.
Okay, and then...
We just need the.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep, there we go. Okay. So he's leading you through the streets, and every once in a while, you guys kind of catch the eye of a patrol. But for the most part, Hemeth is kind of weaving you kind of around it. But then all of a sudden, you suddenly, let me clear the chat. All right, let me make sure this is correct. Okay. So you come around a bend. A rhythmic hammering of the city's forges is drowned for a second by a thundering roar and the sound of crumbling rock. Duger and visitors alike turn to look as a two-headed gray-skinned giant bursts through a gate, howling madly and lashing out left and right, literally in the plaza with rocks and stone debris. As he bellows, one of his swings connects with a Duger soldier, whose broken body flies through the air and crashes near you with a skittering crunch. The giant turns towards you, and his eyes are just red with madness. You know, like it looks like he was on a 15-day bender, and all he's seeing is, you know, red, and he just starts charging right at you. Everyone roll initiative. And I'm going to take Glabagool out of these guys.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Is this creature related to, look like it's related to the other two-headed creature we saw?
No. He's literally a two-headed... No. He is a stone giant with 2 heads.
And is he related to Calliope? Because I'm seeing a family resemblance.
Just look, don't be trying to get me into your family by pointing out all the ways I resemble people who look like you, because it just doesn't.
Okay. All right.
She thinks I care what she thinks what I look like.
All right.
I mean,
So-
scars are beautiful.
So everybody. So now that everybody's rolled initiative before we go to the first round of combat, everybody make a either Arcana or a Nature roll, please. You can do it untrained. Wow, no tree huggers in this group. All right.
We are rock huggers.
Mm-hmm.
I'd ask for an Arcana check, but I don't think our wizard has it.
Yeah, I mean,
Calliope rolled one. Not
how
very
can a
good,
wizard not have Arcana? I mean, seriously. Like, my cousin is a wizard, but he only learned to be a wizard so he could burn things better. And he,
Your cousin, I love it.
All right. So at the moment, nobody has any clue. This thing is coming down the pike. Oops. There he is. Round 1, top of the order, Eldeth.
Okay, so the body that came broken towards us, is it at all like, is it completely dead?
No,
or
if he's alive, it's a miracle. Because his body is like his head's twisted the other way and like one of his legs is bent underneath him. Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
You're pretty sure he's dead.
I'm going to cast Bless
Okay.
on, and let me see how many I can cast it on. Where's my description?
3.
3 creatures. Okay. Bless is going on Beavis.
Okay. You drag it over there.
Utini. Yep.
Okay.
I did. And who else is a melee?
I don't know. There's somebody in your party that's the smartest and strongest out of everybody. So maybe he would want it.
That's true.
Who is that?
me, obviously, I'm the smartest
No,
and the
already-
strongest.
I already gave it to you.
I gave it to Otini and Beavis.
Well, pick somebody.
I mean, that's the strongest and smartest pair, right? So
Yep. I'm gonna give it to Drac.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Jerry doesn't need it. He's already
Appreciate that.
He's already the
Yeah.
strongest and smartest out of everybody.
Well, he can throw his own
That's
blast
true.
as well. And
Okay.
He's like,
And
well, now that you mention it.
you're a bard, right?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
bored.
So she can also give her own inspiration. So
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Is that it?
that's it.
Now I know
other than-
I know we're
I
restricted
guess
on.
I should take out.
I
guess
know we're
should take out
restricted.
my weapon. So
Okay, I know we're restricted on movement.
Mhm.
So if you want to move off the map, just say so.
Okay,
You-
I'm gonna bring out Dawnbringer.
Oh, you
So-
are. Okay, you're going
Mhm.
to use a bonus action to draw your blazing sword of light.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Beavis.
Okay. Now this, you said this thing's eyes are glowing red. There's something wrong with him, right?
Oh yeah. Well, it's a stone giant with 2 heads. The only creature
Correct.
you know of with 2 heads. Well, you don't. You know. Hey, I know that something else has 2 heads, but maybe not stone giants. You're not sure because you guys
Right.
all failed your rolls.
Right. But you said there was something else wrong with it, like
Like it's
Is it
screaming
crazy or something?
Yeah, it's screaming and yelling and it looks at. I mean, it's smashing things. It's smashing buildings. It sees you guys and now it's running at you guys.
I'm gonna run up to it and cure disease. Right? This madness thing. Maybe it's got this madness thing and it's a disease.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Hold on.
So I will use a charge of lay on hands.
Um,
5 points of lay on hands,
Okay.
and cure disease.
All right. So let me.
Unless I think lesser restoration would be better, but
You know
that
what?
doesn't.
This is something I'm not sure about. So hold on a second. I got to look this up. Where is? Okay. Uh, Let me look here. Okay, so tell me exactly what you're going to do.
Walk up to it,
Yep.
touch it, and cure it of disease.
Okay, give me a touch attack roll.
No such thing as a touch attack.
I understand that, but then just make an attack roll with your hand. You got to touch it. It's an opponent. You can't just. It's not a.
Yeah.
So roll without any bonuses for weapon specialization or anything like that.
Roll an unarmed
Here
attack.
we go. So this should be that. 27.
Okay. You walk up and you touch him, and maybe on his initiative something will happen.
Well, I couldn't Okay.
Okay.
I couldn't tell.
Yep.
Okay.
No, you can't tell at the moment. Calliope.
Yep.
Oh boy, I'm kind of scared. I am going to give bardic inspiration to Beep.
To I'm sorry, to who?
Beavis.
Okay. And that's a 1d6 or a 1d8?
Oh crap! I don't know.
I think it might be 8 at your level.
Why am I not seeing that in my actions?
It's probably not.
Probably because you didn't load it in there.
Well, or it might be called something else.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be under your abilities, though.
You can look in the bard, open up the bard class and then drag it in there. And it'll be in your abilities.
Yeah, a bardic inspiration. Here we go. It's a feature of the class.
Okay, I just dragged it onto Beavis and nothing seemed to happen.
It's not. Unfortunately, it's not set up to do that because you have to pick. You can't. It's not like it's your next action. You have to pick what you want it to apply to. It's a 1d6. Oh wait.
Okay.
No, at your level, your 5th. It's 1d8. So 1d8 Beavis, whatever you want to use it for the next 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Got it.
Yep. I'll minimize this.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm not going to attack.
You're not going to move?
I'm a nice, reasonably safe distance away in the back here. I'm in
Okay.
a good spot.
Okay. Jerry.
All right. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Let me get my spiritual hammer out here. Oops. Here we go.
I can send you a token if you want to use an actual spiritual hammer.
I guess you have a spiritual ham. Okay. Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Range is 60 feet, so I'm going to bring it up next to it.
Put it right on him. Okay. So go ahead and you can make an attack.
Exactly. And I will make an attack. Here we go. Hit.
Okay. You can drag the damage right on him. Okay.
All right. So that was my bonus action.
Correct.
And then for my main action, I'm going to follow up with the Sacred Flame.
Okay. Go ahead and drag the save on him. Nice. That is a failure on his part. Ooh, max damage.
Nice.
All right.
Hey,
Does
don't
2d8.
call me. That was pretty effective.
Yeah, Jerry's.
Hey, I think I am just.
It does 2d8. You're
best.
5th level now.
That's an amazing job, if I do say so myself, as I end my turn.
Oh, actually, Jerry, Beavis just said it should be 2d8 because you're 5th level. You might want to. You might have to change something on your sheet to reflect that.
You can increase the damage on it
if
you need to.
Yeah, so under... Hang on, let me see here.
As jerking another D8, do it.
Yep.
It's fine. Okay.
Oh no, it should.
So if you want to,
it
add
does.
another
It does.
5.
Hang on, it does say 2d8 in the.
Now it does because I just changed it.
Oh, you did.
Just
Okay, you
changed
beat me to it. Okay, cool. All right, so add another 5. So I got to do that manually. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right. Hemeth, he retreats. He doesn't even have a weapon.
Wait, what? Wait, hang on. You skipped me.
Huh? I did?
You skipped
oh,
me.
wait, I'm sorry, I did. I hit the thing and it jumped over you. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, you hit it the second time, I think.
Oh.
Anyways, so when this thing came in, it's coming straight for us. Is that because we're like the nearest thing to it, or is it like ignoring 20 burger on the way to us?
No. I mean, it killed the soldier, and then it turned and saw you. You were just its next target. By happenstance and whatever, you are the next target.
It's not going over past a bunch of non-combatants or stuff. We're just happen to be the next one.
Happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yep.
You mean the right place at the right time?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, how much does it take to get rid of this cloak?
You can fight with it on.
What if I don't want to fight with it
on? Bonus action.
So gonna rage. Clearly.
I need the raging sound effect. Jerry, can you get me that?
Which one? There's one for each race, and I think each race.
I could theoretically, but it's pretty difficult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He can't. He's lousy at playing them, anyways. We'll do a frenzy rage. I will bonus action get rid of that cloak, and come right up here to Mr. Giant. And this thing probably looks pretty beefy, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, he's a stone giant. Yeah. He's no featherweight. Even at 5th level, you guys might one-on-one would be a tough fight.
Sure. Is he wearing armor?
Hang on. No.
We'll just attack normally then.
Okay.
22.
That'll be a hit.
Excellent. Let's do some damage. 19.
Okay.
And then second attack.
That's
30,
it.
20. And 20 more damage.
Okay. His eyes just get bloodshot red, and you can see the veins pulsing in him, and he's looking right at you now.
I laugh in his face and tell him to bring it on, Buttercup.
All right. Hemeth retreats.
I'm sure he says, "As you wish."
Drac.
Okay, for the record, when I go last in the order, it ruins all of my plans with the melees that run right up.
Be faster.
Hey, I have no control over that, so you can't blame me.
No, it's not you this time. Okay. All right, I'm going to move right there.
When we're resting, you should share some generic battle tactics.
True. All right, I'm going to hurl a firebolt at this guy.
Okay. That is a hit.
25 to hit?
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
That bless is paying off here.
Yeah. Only 2. Boo.
Did you get more than 1 bolt, though?
You know what? I might. Let me look at that.
Come on, Ignis. You're the one who's usually the expert on this.
Yeah, but he's actually a wizard. He's a warlock. I have no idea.
But still
right, yeah. And that actually should have been 2d10 because we are 5th level.
Okay. So it's more damage, not more bolts.
Yeah, it's more damage because it's 1d10. Yeah, yep.
So drag it over again and then just add or just roll a 10 and I'll manually add it.
Either you just want me to drag damage again on him?
Yeah, and then change it. So if you drag damage again now, or if you roll, if you do it again now, it'll be the same, but then change it.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. All right.
There you go.
Okay.
That's a little better.
All right. Definitely hit him. Definitely burned a fiery hole in him and some savage slashes from Utini. Now it's his turn.
Was he affected by my...
So, no. He wasn't.
Any effect at all? Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not from what you did. Okay? Actually, let me move. So there's no question about where I'm rolling this. All right. Mr. Utini, you are the target of choice here. Come on, let's hear the bring it.
I ain't scared.
Smart giant.
All right. That would be a 28 to hit.
Still ain't scared.
Okay. For 12 damage.
I laugh at his 6 damage.
Okay. Aren't I supposed to be getting an advantage on you?
I didn't attack recklessly, so no.
Oh, you just did the frenzy. Okay. Got it. And second attack. And that would be a 27 to hit. With crappy damage. 9.
I laugh at his 4 damage.
Partially resisted.
We were kind of... I was kind of nervous. What the heck?
All right. Top of the order, Eldeth.
I wasn't scared. He's about as good as killing players as the Green Bay is on offense today.
I see that. I got the game on.
Well, I'm going to run up and attack.
It's probably too late to revivify that Droger that got smoked earlier.
You when you were running up there, you kind of glanced at him at the side of your off the side of your vision, and yeah, he's done dancing.
Drac, just so you know, I mean, you see I ran to the side, not the middle.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
Did you have enough movement to do that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, you did. Okay.
And here comes Dawnbringer. Oh, does that affect, does the light affect him in any way?
Nope.
Okay. Did anything happen?
That is a hit.
Okay, because I have lag, so
Well, yeah, you got. I see it in the bottom here.
here goes. That was my damage.
Yep, it didn't show up because it says waiting to reconnect.
Grr.
I think you have terrible internet.
No, just fantasy ground.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I mean, we've looked a couple of different times and why it keeps doing that. Although Mr. Hanford had that problem on Friday, and it's like almost the exact same issue. It's not rolling. Do you want me to do it?
I'm coming right back, but if you want to be quick, then yes, that's fine.
Yeah, let's. Okay, there. Now you're reconnected, so go ahead.
It still says connecting on my side.
Oh, it says connected here.
There's a delay between those two
Oh,
things. Generally.
yeah. Oh, you dumped. Oh, yeah, you dumped out. So, and now your thing is closed, so I can't roll. Hold on.
Yeah, and I'm almost back.
Okay. We will wait a minute while I look at the score of 10-0. God darn it all. Okay.
All right, here goes. Let's
Yep.
try this again.
There, that one worked.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay. Beavis.
So it was not affected by my thing,
It was
right?
not affected by your cure disease. No.
Okie dokie. That means Acris is coming out
Okay.
to play. That'd be a 27.
Yep.
And I'm going to smite.
Okay.
Let me just roll damage here on that. Is it a fiend or undead?
No, it is just a stone giant.
Dang, that was terrible damage. Okay, but my second attack 26.
Yep.
And I'm going to smite again.
Okay. He is still up.
And smite damage. Hold on, smite damage. And there we go.
Okay, that looked like it really hurt him bad. So he is not doing too well. All right. Calliope.
I am going to cast Cloud of Daggers on him. Let's see
Okay.
if I'm doing this right. I'm going to set right in this square right in the middle of him so it doesn't hit any of my party mates. And oh, there is no save on that. I just cast.
Nice.
Okay. Bleh.
I love the blood splatter effect. That's awesome.
Yeah, we had problems with that on Friday. To be honest, I was going to turn it off. I think it had something to do with like the last Fantasy Grounds update, and I don't think somebody was updated properly. So if anybody sees any error messages on their end, let me know, and I can delete it off the screen right away. But yeah, that you do the Cloud of Daggers, and they swarm around his head. All the daggers like go right into both of his skulls, and the giant just kind of sways and thump. And he dies.
I turn to Calliope and say, "That was amazing."
Thank you.
Kill stealer.
I just tried to pretend I missed that.
Yeah, I look at Utini and be like,
he called you a kill stealer.
Pieces.
Well, in this case, I'm happy to be one.
Nice. Okay. So he falls, and as the giant falls, you see 4 other Dugers show up, and they're like, and Hemeth steps up and he says, "Oh, my friends, these are some traders from the surface, and they do not speak Duger." He says, and the guards change their language and say, "What's going on here?" And then another Duger that was in the area walks up and he explains what the battle was. Eldeth, you kind of glance over to that Duger that the giant hit, and he is dead. Just dead. He was dead before he even hit the ground. And then within a few moments, you hear thump, 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 and you see 5 stone giants show up. And they're like, "What has happened here?"
I am going to, before we go any further, very surreptitiously, I forgot that I had this. I am going to cast Comprehend Languages so that I will know what people are saying.
Oh, okay. Okay, how long does that last?
That lasts for 1 hour.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Very good.
I'm gonna hold my axe and smile and look at the new stone giant combatants that are entering the fray.
Okay. So the stone giant says, "What has happened here?"
In common?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy was going crazy, destroying things, killing people, and we had to stop him.
Okay.
We tried
to cure
means
him,
first.
but it didn't work.
I tried to cure him, correct, and it did not do anything.
Hemeth steps forward. He goes, "Oh, great. What's this guy's name? Shoot, hold on.
Just go with Bob. Bob's good.
No, he's got a name. Hold on. Gosh darn it.
That's kind of a weird name.
No, stop it. I hate it. The one thing I don't like about the Fantasy Grounds is sometimes I tried to increase the size of the text because there's a way to do it, but it never comes out right, and I just so he says I am Durham. I am Dorum. I am leader of the Stone Giants. The Stone Giant Guard, he says. This giant has succumbed to the madness that's been affecting many of our residents here in the city, and I am sorry for the death of the Duger, but he looks at the giant and he looks at Utini's bloody weapon and he says, "It is a good thing that he was affected by the madness." He kind of gives you this look, Utini, like you killed a friend of his, but he knows you didn't have a choice. And
Do you happen to know what cures
Smile
madness?
intimidatingly back at him.
So he says he talks back and forth with the guard a little bit. You just can't hear him. He comes down to one knee, talks to the guard. He says, turns back to Hemeth and says, "You can go." He says, "Thank you, my great friend. We are sorry for the passing of your giant companion. We will leave the area now," and they leave. Or you guys can leave. Do you leave?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys do get experience for that. Hold on a minute. I brought up the wrong thing.
By the way, if you ever mind naming tip, just grab a product name that's kind of weird, like something like, let's just say, cologne fragrances, and then you just can play on those names. So, like, it could be, my name is Draknar, Dracarnor.
Well, there's a name in
say
here.
it, right?
I wish there was a way. There isn't an easy way to highlight something in Fantasy Grounds. Sometimes what I do is I make a printout of the pages for what we're playing, and I highlight stuff and whatever. I didn't get a chance to do that because work was a little weird this week. So you guys did get XP for that. Pretty good XP too, by the way. And you kind of get back to Hemeth's little dwelling, and he says, "This might take me a while to make some inquiries. Is there anything that you wanted to do? I wouldn't recommend moving around the city too much, but it's really up to you. I wouldn't move very far." He says there is a small market up and around the corner, but please, drawing attention to yourself is a very bad thing here. So I would advise against it. He says.
I
Well,
would
there's
like to rest and take a bath.
That sounds really good.
He says, I am very sorry, Miss Eldeth, but I do not have bathing facilities. Most of us who can't afford that just go down to the docks and jump in the lake.
Oh, that's fine then. Thank you.
So he does have some meager food here. He does say that prior to you guys leaving, it would probably be best if they did hit the market. If you guys did hit the market just to buy basic supplies, food, water. You might be able to find some kind of weapons there, but he would advise against purchasing too much so that you don't attract attention of the guards. So.
Yeah, that's fine. But is there anyone I can talk to about this madness that's been going around?
He says I can make some inquiries to that as well. Sure,
because I tried curing a disease, but I don't think it was a disease, and that didn't do anything to that giant.
Yes, that I don't believe that would work. I am not sure what magics would, but we will find out. He does remind you that the cure disease will get rid of the crackle lung. If you guys,
I'm immune, anyways.
If you guys come down with it, so
Okay.
Okay. So he leaves. You guys going to take a short rest or a long rest? You can do either. He's not going to be back for several hours.
I mean, longs are always good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my spell's back.
Okay. So you guys take a long rest, and I will implement that. And everyone, oops, darn it. Where is it? Oh, I didn't link that directly. Oh, that was dumb of me. Hold on, I gotta find it.
I have no money. I can't buy anything.
Here it is.
You have
Hey,
no
you have-
money whatsoever?
No, apparently I never gave myself money.
I'll give you some.
I don't
Yeah.
think you're going to get a ton of money.
You lost your
for-
power
I mean,
when you fell down into the Underdark. You got separated from your purse.
That's probably
I'll-
what happened.
I'm just
Can
saying.
I also be separated from my purse? Because as far as I can tell, I'm negative.
I'll give you 300 silver.
Who's Beavis? You've been keeping track of treasure, right?
Yeah. Well, personally, I have 159
I don't need
gold.
that much. I just want to
So-
get some rations.
No, you can have 300 silver.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So when you guys wake up from your long rest, everyone, doesn't have to be in the tower, needs to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
And what is this for?
Except for you, Beavis.
Okay.
This is for Crackle Lung.
Yep, I am immune to disease.
All right.
Oh, I think I have crackle lung.
Okay.
Okay.
It
did
didn't have
mine
to
come
be in.
through?
It didn't have to be in the tower, Jerry. It did not. Eldeth. That's what you rolled, Jerry.
Okay, so I should try to leave and come back again?
It says waiting to reconnect. Nah, now you're out. Now you're done. Come back in. then.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
so Calliope, and so far Calliope and Jerry. So you know that wonderful Calliope, that wonderful elvish voice you had, the ha type of thing that you used to sing all your bardic songs and inspirations.
Not my voice.
Now you sound like you have 4-pack a day.
Can't I sound like a kobold?
No, not even close.
Tom Waits.
Yeah, maybe a kobold that smokes 4-packs a day, but yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on with my voice? How are my bard songs gonna
Yeah, and
work
you're like coughing up big giant chunks of black goo, and you have 1 level of exhaustion. You too, Jerry.
Well, come over here. I could take care of that if you want me to.
Do you have 2 cure diseases?
It uses 5 points out of my pool.
How much you got in your pool?
5 times my level, so 25.
Oh, okay. So so we'll just see if Eldeth needs it or not. So go ahead, Eldeth, and you can make it because then you can do all 3. Nope, you're fine.
There we go.
So Jerry and Calliope will need the cure disease.
Okay, now I have to touch you. This is called lay on hands. Here you go.
There, you the Utini.
So okay,
Done.
So after he does the lay on hands, you guys are good.
Before I was cured, I did cough up some black goo on Utini's.
Okay. All right. Okay, is anybody doing anything special, changing spells, abilities, anything like that I would need to know about?
Actually, at some point, I unlocked 3rd level spells. Should I? How many spells can I? I'm looking.
Yes,
at things.
I do need to swap a spell out.
Okay. Take a moment to do that. Eventually, towards the end of your long rest, Hemeth does come back. He says, I was able to make some inquiries, and he said that getting to see the Deep King would be especially difficult without the sponsorship of one of the major for the lack of a better term, players in the city, of which there are only 2. There is no chance for us to further befriend the stone giants thanks to your half-orc friend glowering over his kill. While the stone giants let you go, if you encounter them again, they will probably mass attack the half-orc and try their best to string him up from his...
On the plus side, if they do take off your head, Utini, it would be quite a place of honor probably in their house. They'd put it up somewhere to be like, hey, look at this guy. Remember the guy who insulted us? Yeah, this is what we do.
I was not gloating over my kill. I was glowering at them to intimidate them.
Yeah, they took it as glowering over their kill. So that getting the assistance of the stone giant guard to exit the city would probably not work. That leaves us with one option, and that is dealing with the red dragon.
Something's wrong with my sheet. Just to let you know. I'm not sure what happened.
Sheet? Why? What's wrong?
All my first level spells disappeared?
You might be in the wrong mode.
I keep switching modes and I still don't.
I see them. They're right here. You gotta scroll down.
No, there's no first level spells.
Yeah, I'm looking right at them.
Well, you see them. Apparently, I don't see them.
Oh, really? I see bless.
Never mind. Right there. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
You have bless in here twice.
Yeah, I do. I was okay. Never mind.
Yeah, you gotta switch. You gotta go in the different modes. Okay. All right. He says that you guys gotta go see the red dragon.
Do we need to go to the market first?
Sure. He can take you to the market.
Where?
No comments about the red dragon.
Well, it's a redhead like me. I mean, I'm sure he's wonderful.
Okay.
Where do I find the spell compendium?
The spell compendium. Oh. You have to. So if you go to your library, do you see the player's handbook?
No.
Okay. Then go to modules and find the player's handbook, and click the unload button so it changes to load, and that will load the spells for you. I can't believe that they're not loaded.
There's nothing here.
Under modules, you have to have modules. So
no, I have modules, but there's nothing else. It's loading, I think. Okay. Well, I guess I'll look at my spells another time.
Okay. Well,
Loading.
You should. Well, give it a second. I mean, you're downloading it from me because you don't own it. So give it a minute. It'll download. He says, sure, you guys can. Hemeth says, I will be happy to take you to the market. Is there anything special you're looking for?
Do you know anything that, like, say, a red dragon might like to eat?
Besides half elves?
maybe a gift. Did you guys ever have any gifts for red dragons?
He kind of says that that that's a tall order. I mean, all red dragons love magic. Magic and coin. I mean, that's what they. I mean that's what they go for. So.
Well, is there anything magic around here?
I don't. Okay, you're stepping outside the module for a second here. Let's see. Where is? life in the city. Here we go. Let's see what it says here. I'm going to say that Hemeth thinks that it would probably not be in your best interest to go looking for something like magic items. He says that might draw too much attention to you. I don't have anything on what they might have for sale in here, Jerry.
All right.
Plus,
So
we won't have
I've got
more.
a different idea. You had said that we have a chance to maybe tweak our spell lists here a little bit.
Sure.
And one of the things I wanted to add was augury.
Okay.
I thought it might be of some use here. So
Okay.
is there a place that I might be able to do something like an augury without being noticed?
You could do it in.
Takes a minute.
You could do it in Hemeth.
Takes a minute.
Yeah, you can do it in Hemeth's house.
Well, no, let's see. I want to do it as we get to the market because it needs to be about the results of a course of action within the next 30 minutes.
If you casted it at his place and then you left right away for the marketplace, that would probably suffice.
Okay.
You could do that. You could do that within 30 minutes.
All right. Well, then I'm casting it.
Okay.
I am going to, since I have now 2 level 3 spell slots, I'm going to add Leomon's Tiny Hut
Okay.
and Major Image to my spell list.
Okay. You mean mirror image?
Major Image.
Not sure what that one is.
It would have come in handy earlier. You create the image of an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 20-foot. The image appears at a spot that you can see within range and lasts for the duration. It seems completely real, including sounds, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted. Although you can't, create heat or cold that would cause damage or something like that. As long as you're within range of the illusion, you can use your action to cause the image to move to any other spot within range. As the image changes location, you can alter its appearance so that its movements appear natural for the image. For example, if you create an image of a creature and move it, you can alter the image so that it appears to be walking. So I'm thinking this would be a great way to just put it on the square where I am and make myself look like a drow.
Okay. I will allow that.
I am taking out create or destroy water for healing word.
Okay. That's a good trade. All right. Anybody else? Drac, you good?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
I am doing a few others as well, frankly. I took calm emotions and hold person. I'm getting rid and prayer of healing. I'm getting rid of restoration, flaming sphere, silence.
Okay. All right.
And
When you guys
actually probably
are
spiritual weapon,
all
too.
ready to rock and roll, then let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Let me get to where I want to be here. And okay. So you guys head over, you get kind of cloak up and everything, and you head over to the market area. And it's not very large. There's a few vendors. There's a couple of food vendors. You can definitely, I will say there's 6 of you. So I'll say for 60 gold, you guys can load up on all of the traveling rations and all that stuff you guys are going to need for a trip, at the very least for a trip to Blightenstone. So
60 gold?
Yeah, 10 apiece.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
That would actually be 100 silver, right?
Yeah, that's food, water.
Isn't a silver still a day's wage?
Yeah, well, not down here.
Seriously, that guard laughed at a 5 gold bribe.
He did. But
Dang.
he let you through because Drac nailed the persuasion roll. like by more than 10. So that's
Calliope, I didn't realize how much expensive stuff was. I'll buy your rations.
Oh, I would still have 200 silver left, so that. But thank you.
You're welcome.
okay. So if everybody wants to just knock 10 off their sheet, or
I took off 20.
or move or strategically move things around, that's good. As you guys are getting ready to leave, though, you hear a bell ring. Ding ding. Ding ding. Oh, Jerry, I'm sorry, we forgot to do you. So Jerry, you get into the marketplace, and your augury is kind of moving you over towards this kind of like a platform, and it's telling you to just stay there.
Okay. I'll just listen to it.
Okay. And within a couple of minutes after you guys get the rations and everything, and all of a sudden you hear this ding ding, ding ding.
Who is it?
And it's a bell next to the platform that Jerry's standing in front of. And within a couple of minutes, a crowd starts forming around this platform. And Hemeth goes, I don't know if we want to be here. He kind of says to everybody. Let me see who. I don't have a 6-sided hotkeyed here. There we go. He's the Beavis. He says, I don't know if we want to be here. He says to you.
Why?
That's the ding announcing that the slave auction is about to begin.
Oh. Yeah, because if I'm here, I'll probably just start killing people. You should probably.
Yeah, he says there's usually a heavy amount of guards here, and we don't want to be caught here in the middle of any kind of. If you're going to stay, you must remain silent no matter what. He says.
Okay, no, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay, but Jerry's.
Wait.
Jerry's not moving. You see
Why
Jerry. Well, he's kind of like in this. He's still in this augury trance. Like for another 10 minutes.
Wait a second. Is there anyone that we know of that's still missing?
I don't know. So all of a sudden, a door opens up at the top of this platform, which is maybe the platform itself is maybe 5-6 feet off the ground, and you see an old Duger with an eye patch and a couple of scars, kind of limp out, and he does speak in common, because you do notice that there's a few other races here. You do see a drow hanging around the back, surrounded by some Duger guards, guards that belong to him. You also see another tiefling kind of sulking in the back, and there are a couple of orcs on one side as well. But there's the area is prominently Duger. Maybe see a couple of Darrow. At least 100 people are here.
So, question: is this something that we are used to and we wouldn't bat an eye at, or is this something?
Well, as a good aligned character, obviously you're not in favor of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
But are you aware that this is something that happens in the Underdark? Yeah, it happens down here. You can't stop it. Dugers are not a goodly race. They can be chaotic, they can be lawful, they can be neutral, they can also be evil. Dwarves skew more towards good than evil. And every race has its positives and negatives.
Well, and especially as being somebody who is held against my will, I don't feel comfortable leaving and turning a blind eye to this.
Right. So you're not sure. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to stay. If you tried to storm the stage and free these guys, you would be overwhelmed in a heartbeat. I don't care what Utini says. There are hundreds of people here. including guards, including Duger nobles and some other people.
And I'm up on the stage?
You are standing right in front of that stage, Jerry. You're right there in the front. Your augury is telling you this is where you need to be right now, right at this spot. And then you look out of your corner of your eye, there is a stone giant on the far side of the area too. So
I'm gonna go pull him down.
Your
He's
augury is
too
broken.
close. Yeah, seriously.
How much money do we have left? If they start the bidding, can we at least buy him and get him out of
well, he's not up for sale. Jerry's not up for sale. You don't know.
He's up on the stage.
so I'm
No, he's
thinking about
standing-
saying.
No, he's standing
I'm
in
thinking
front
about-
of the.
Now, who are the people in front of me? Are they like rough and tumble blue collar types, or do they look like they're more warrior guard types? What's the deal?
Okay, so the general audience is literally a little bit from every piece of culture here. Okay, so you have just your. I mean, you see one.
So, despite it being a slave market, it looks like a relatively egalitarian crowd.
Correct. I mean, it's not like these guys are bidding on creatures that they're going to kill for fun. Or anything
Well,
like that.
my guy. So Jerry suddenly feels. This is Jerry the cleric, not Jerry
Sure.
the me.
Sure.
Jerry the cleric suddenly feels that this is his moment. He's here for a reason. It is time to say in common, because I don't speak undercommon, but common. If anyone wants to meet a red dragon, come see us.
Okay, you see a couple of people look at you weird, and you hear a whisper. Does he have the madness? Oh, maybe he does. Nobody talks to the dragon. Now you're not quite sure. The augury is pointing you forward, not to the people that are standing around you. And imagine that there's this crowd of people, and there's like like an imaginary row of people in the front. You're front and center. You're the ticket to the concert that where you always want to be. Right there in the very front to get the best view of
And it's
everything.
asking me to go forward onto the stage?
No, it's asking you to stand right there. It wants you
okay.
to be in this spot for whatever happens next.
All right. Well, I'm just going to trust the instinct then.
Okay.
I mean, hey, that's what it's there for.
So Jerry's up there, and despite people tapping him on his shoulder and saying, "God, we got to get out of here," he's not moving. So is anybody doing anything? Because I'm going to move this forward here if they're not.
I am
I-
watching in horror.
Can-
We'll just hang out in the back.
Okay. Utini's out in the back. He's like chewing on a piece of jerky.
I'll
He
hang
is.
right behind Jerry.
Okay.
He didn't want to go when I told him, but
Okay.
so I'll stand right there.
Calliope? Calliope?
Calliope is briefly AFK.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't have Discord in front of me.
And I'm not leaving.
Okay. And Drac?
Can I try to persuade Jerry to move?
Sure. What do you say? Make a roll, and what do you say?
Okay. You want it in the tower, I'm assuming?
Nah.
No, okay. I'll just say, hey, buddy, Jerry, let's come over here and get out of this crowd. There's a lot of people. We can watch the proceedings from the back, right?
I look at him with mild craze in my eyes. But don't you understand? This is where I am told to be.
Yeah, even though you rolled really great, Drac, it just bounces.
Yeah,
right off. It
what
just
I
bounces
figured.
right off of him.
I figured because of the augury. I
There's
thought I'd
something, and he looks at you, and you see this like outline of his eyes are like glowing, like he's under a magical spell of some sort.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go stand behind Utini.
Okay, you kind of head towards the back, stand behind Utini. Was Calliope back?
Yes.
Okay, so where are you going to be standing? What are you going to do? Type of thing.
I am just kind of watching in horror to see what unfolds.
Okay.
Is this order of the party?
How close to me are you? I guess is the main question.
Honestly, if you're going to be like standing out in front of these people buying slaves, I don't want to be that close to your.
Okay, so you kind of
So you're going to hang out by more like a Utini.
Ew. Whoa. I'm going to
Well,
get over here.
She can hang out by Drac.
I'm just going to hang out behind Beavis and Eldeth.
Okay, so you guys are kind of
Oh,
spread
no.
out. Spread
Sorry,
out.
I'm literally right behind him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hang out by me.
Because if it's God's telling him to do something, I have to go with him. See what it does.
So you guys are spread out a little bit, but then the area's filling up a little bit. Like I said, there's a mix of Dugers and some orcs, and you see a couple of drow and a tiefling. So it's not like there's a lot of. It isn't like a very massive crowd, but it's a small crowd, and there's guard. Utini, you can see a couple of guards hanging out. You see the stone giant, so there is some muscle here to make sure that everybody is behaving and whatnot. So after the bell rings again, ding ding, and then this Duger with the eye patch. Older Duger, long white beard, steps out and he says in Undercommon, thank you all for attending today. With the troubles that the city has been having, our slave gatherings have been sparse. Unfortunately, we only have a very small lot today. We have, and you hear a couple of groans from some people. He says, we have 2 orcs who would make fine laborers for any of the forges. And then he says, and then when he says that, there's a couple people that grumble, grumble, grumble. And he says, and we have a goblin and a kobold that we captured not too long ago. And quiet, and you see a bunch of people go. They were expecting, maybe something a little different. They kind of walk away, and the crowd thins a little bit. And then he goes, bring them out, and he brings out 2 orcs, and they look a little emaciated, a little bit thin, but with a little bit of food and whatever, they could be good laborers. He puts them off the side. The next one that comes out, the goblin and the kobold, Calliope, it's Splug. And your kobold, who I couldn't remember the name you gave it. What was the name of the kobold? Lulu.
Lulu. Was it Lulu?
Yes, I believe it was Lulu. Or Lily or something like that.
Lily.
Was it Lily? Okay.
Yeah, it was Lily.
Okay, so Splug and Lily come out. Obviously, they didn't make it out of the castle in time before it collapsed into the Underdark.
I am trying without alerting anybody else.
So everybody make. Well, I'll give it to everybody. Eldeth, you weren't there, so you wouldn't know. But these were creatures that Calliope had freed from slavery, and that Utini wants to kill very badly.
I mean, that's a stretch.
No, it isn't a stretch.
I wasn't a fan of them.
I had to make them leave the party for the week that Evennote wasn't playing, or you would have killed them. So, because I believe I think that was a direct quote. If they would have been here, you would have killed them. Anyway, so the gentleman starts out with so Jerry, you look and there's Splug, just as you remember him. And you're sure that that's what your augury is saying to do. You're looking at Splug and Lily, and your augury says that is why I'm here.
So I don't really have any coin either, per se.
So the slave master says, for the 2 orcs, let me start the bidding at...
Oh, no, I have 7 gold. Okay.
At 10 silver. And you see a Duger's hand go up. Do I have 20? 20. And you see a couple of hands go up. And then you see the drow in the back. He raises his hand and he goes 30 gold. And
Wait, so this is for which?
The orcs.
Okay.
The 2 orcs.
Wait, he goes from like 20 silver to 30 gold?
He does. And
what an idiot.
And
Okay.
All of a sudden, everybody gets quiet. Goes 30 gold once, 30 gold twice, sold. And you see the orcs go off and over to where the drow is, and then there's a retainer that comes up and pays the one of the slavers that hands him off. So he goes next. He looks and says, "Well, what do you think, guys? We'll start off at 2 copper," and you hear a chuckle go through the crowd. 2 copper. 2 copper once.
I raise my hand.
Oh. 2 copper in the... You got your hood up, Drac, or you pulling it back?
I'll pull it back.
Okay. Oh, you hear these murmurs through the crowd the drow looks over at you.
I just kind of give him a stare.
2 copper. Oh well. Well, there seems to be some interest here. We'll say 1 gold piece. Anybody? 1 gold? 1 gold?
2 gold pieces.
You're bidding against yourself?
Yeah, what the heck? That's not how auctions work.
I thought that was the
No.
You were
No.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't say that?
No. I thought the drow said.
Okay. Oh no, the drow. But the drow does say something. Or actually, I'm sorry, not the drow. The 2 orcs that were standing there go, 20 silver. 20 silver from the orcs. The orc fishermen over here. Probably want to use them as bait. And a grumble, a little bit of laughter goes through the crowd. Calliope.
Can I very surreptitiously sneak up behind Drac and pass him all my money?
Actually,
I was going to say, I'm not directly with him, and I'm not going to look at him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, for my god, I will give thee 1 gold.
Oh, 1 gold for your god, huh? Kind of gives you a look over here. Just one. I got a bit of 1 gold here. Anybody? And you hear now you hear the drow raise his hand. He goes, 50 gold. Oh, here's this big shiver that goes through the crowd. 50 gold. You see people starting to back out of the crowd now, and they head out from the line between Drac and the drow and the 2 of them in the stage.
Can I roll perception?
Sure.
Drow? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just doing that actually.
Okay.
20.
What are you trying to be perceptive about?
I'm trying to figure out why he wants to pay so much for these creatures that were going for copper just moments ago.
That's more of an insight roll.
Oh.
How much did he bid? The drow?
50 gold.
Okay, well
50?
then I guess I'm trying to figure out if his intentions are good or bad.
He's a drow and he doesn't look... He's dressed in a Menzelbrands attire, house attire. So he's probably not a good guy.
I'm rolling insight.
Okay, go ahead.
Nice.
Yeah, he's probably... For some reason, he's bidding against you guys. So, so he says, 50 for the elven gentleman in the back. And you see when he points the guy out, he kind of notices that this looks personal a little bit, or might be personal, and he's a little shaken up a little bit. Anybody 50 gold once?
55 gold.
All I had.
Okay, you say 55 gold, Drac?
Yep.
And you see, and by this time, Splug notices what's going on here, and he's like, you see his face just light up. You know, he something. Something's. Oh my God, they're here. What's going to happen? He's so afraid, and the guy goes.
There's just the 1 drow. Not like a whole bunch of drow.
But he's got some orc retainers and a couple of.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to look the drow dead in the eye, and I'm going to say, Are you really trying to say that this kobold is worth more than both those orcs?
You're met with silence, Jerry, but the gentleman goes, 55 once? 55 twice? Sold to the tiefling in the back for 55. And the drow gives you a look, Jerry, and sweeps his cloak and turns and walks out.
As I'm turning around, and I'm just going to say, unfortunately, too loudly. We'll give the clock a second.
Yeah. Your clock
It was almost perfect timing, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not quite 9 o'clock yet.
No, it's a little
You
fast.
may have to adjust that. The famous Jerry top of the hour clock. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but what I was going to say is, I'm just saying, I would be awful insulted if I were those orcs.
And your quip does not go unnoticed, and that might be why he stopped bidding. So good job there, Jerry. Take a point of inspiration for that, because that stopped him bidding against Drac. Very good. The guy brings him around. Drac, you bring him the 55?
Yep.
All right.
I reach in, hand him the 55.
Is that line from Princess Bride? Give me the 55.
That's right. Give him the 55.
I'm on the job. So Splug comes out. He goes, Miss Calliope. Oh, and they hug each other. And Lulu comes down, or Lily comes down too, and Splug.
So we bought both of them.
Yeah, that was for the group. You see, she has a little less emotion, but yeah, she's thankful.
For 55 gold, it better have been for both of them.
And
you have 55 gold? I've got like 7 gold.
Well, Jerry,
I got gold.
Yeah, they've found some gold when you guys weren't around.
Guess so.
So
better watch your pack at night. I mean, my God, dude's pulling too.
So
maybe I should have.
Is
I'm sorry. I'm just so hungry to heal you. I can't just, because I'm so hungry and weak from.
Yeah. Anyway,
like the markets.
Is the market still open? 3 gold coins.
Yeah. Utini them. You could still purchase something. I
don't want to purchase. I want to sell stuff.
Oh, okay. Hemeth says we had best. He says you may wish to sell a couple of things, Master Utini, but I'll tell you right now, you will get a terrible price for them, and we had best not stick around here before we attract any more attention.
Yeah, fine.
So, you guys leave. They kind of usher you quick back to Hemeth's dwelling. Splug and Lily tell you that they were caught up in the avalanche that when the castle collapsed, and they've been wandering around the Underdark for weeks now, and they were captured not too long ago by some Duger slavers and brought here, and they never expected to see you guys again. So she's very, very happy to see you. So, is there anything special you want to do before going to see the dragon?
I want to make sure that Splug and Lily are in a safe place. I don't know. I mean,
well, the only safe place is going to be with you. Hemeth can give them some clothing to wear because they were both naked. And he says, I know it might be appalling, but it's probably best to keep the collars on just so that they look like they're slaves of yours, at least until you can exit the city.
Guys. It's just till we get out of the city.
Jerry, you've never seen her so happy before.
Man.
I don't know. She might have been that happy when I wasn't around.
Yeah. So,
No, Jerry the Cleric's just kind of peeved off that everyone else is richer than him.
Oh.
He thinks he,
I gave it all to Drac to buy the gold. And I only had any money at all because Eldeth gave me some. So now I am completely.
You know what? Hang on a second. I just thought of something.
yes, but you've got people liking you, so friends
Yeah, but you
counts
see-
as gold too. You know, the real treasure is the friends, right? So
I never took your gold though.
I'm your friend. You didn't take my gold.
I
still have
didn't
gold?
take your gold. I didn't take your gold.
Oh, so I still have. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here I would like to give 100. I have 20 gold. So I would like to give 10 gold to Jerry.
I'll take it.
Okay. I just looked to see if Fen had if he was keeping track of everything on his sheet, and he wasn't. So I think we're good.
And Drac sent me 3, so I'm up to 20 gold now.
We should probably use the party sheet inventory more often.
Yep. Well, if the amount is a standard, then I will.
Oh,
All
but
right.
even just like putting stuff in there I guess we kind of divide it up, but
Yeah. So
it's useful for
it is
that.
very well. If it's like a set amount of coins, if I do it, then it goes out equally. I like that part. I don't like it that it does the magic weird and stuff like that. So, okay. So if you guys are ready, he will take you to see the dragon. All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Do we have time, or do you want to end it there?
No, we got a minute.
Okay.
Also, there is no more streaming with Even Sunday nights, so as far as that goes, you can go play the. No,
Okay.
I've just stepped back because I've got too much real life.
Okay. All right. So could one of us go and do streaming without Even?
If you want to do streaming without Even, yes.
Okay.
That's hilarious. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
All right. Okay. So, you guys, Hemeth takes you to the far southern end of it's the southwestern end of the city, and you come up to this. It's a huge cave entrance, and as you look on the ground, you see large paths that have been worn by a creature that obviously is a dragon that would move in and out of this area, lighting forges and stuff, and all the tracks and trails on this side of the gorge, because you guys go south. I'll reshare the map out here. You guys go south across the gorge, and then a lot of the forges are on this side of the gorge, and to the southeast, you'll see a very large cave opening with a very large building in front of it. And Hemeth says, my friends, I cannot go any further than this. They only wish to speak with you. When you are done, I will be waiting nearby for if you come out. He says, I won't lie. Please be respectful of the dragon, or he may kill you where you stand. So he bids you farewell, and a gentleman, another Duger, walks up to you and says, hello, I am Gartog. Or
Hello, Gartog.
Gartagar. How do you... Hang on. Sometimes pronunciations here are so horrible. I'm going to do this by committee. Oops. How do you pronounce that?
Gartakar?
Gartakar. Okay.
Bob?
Bob.
Guessing, I don't know.
I can't use Steve, because I used Steve on Friday. Gartakar says...
Steve.
Yeah, poor Steve. I almost killed the episode, poor Steve.
He deserved it.
Gartakog says, you must be the merchants that Hemeth came to us about. You are? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Very well. We are the keepers of the flame. We are the ones that tend to the mighty Themberchaud's wishes, and we make sure that he is served, has served by us, and has no needs for anything but for what we get for him and the treasure we bring. We wish to speak to you, and he has also requested your presence. So you guys, they bring you in, and hang on, let me see this. All right, so I had some text to read here. As the Duger priest leads you into a building carved from stone just outside of a huge cave entrance, the ground trembles slightly as a thunderous voice echoes against every wall. Gartagar! The voice calls as a reptilian behemoth comes into view. Its scales are the color of lava, its bright yellow eyes glowing in the shadows of the cave before coming to light. Didn't you say I was having surface dwellers for dinner today? The dragon chuckles at his own wit. His massive body gives the distinct impression that he is overweight, indicating eating habits that don't bode well. Foreigners, the Duger priest says with great reverence, meet the father of flame, the ever-burning, and the foundry's heart, Themberchaud, the wormsmith of Graxla. What do you do?
I wonder if it's true that kobolds are descended from dragons, and if so, if there's anything that Splug and Lily could do to help us out.
Well, besides that, what do you guys do?
I just bow.
I will bow.
I will bow and sort of push Utini forward.
And take a step.
I mean, if you're scared, you're welcome to hide behind me. I'll take a knee and bow.
Okay. Jerry?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to bow down and try to cover my head.
Okay. Where? Hang on. There he is. Looking for his stat blocks. Holy Moses.
That's
sorry.
what you want to hear your DM
Sorry,
say.
that's my poker face, guys. Okay, so for the moment, he is not instituting his frightful presence upon you. However, he is extremely imposing, overweight though he may appear to be. He says,
More adventurers.
surface dwellers. Well, I have heard my servants, the keeper of the flame, he says, have often done business with Hemeth, and I knew it took much bravery on his little cowardly heart to come here asking for something, but as it turns out, I have need of you, surface dwellers, he says. He says, the Darrow, the stinky little unwashed, terrible tasting Darrow, have stolen something from me, and I want it back. Unfortunately, their caves are small. For me, as it were. He says, I cannot retrieve it myself. And though I have threatened to kill many, many Darrow, here's a picture of him, by the way. They have refused my decrees. According to Hemeth, you wish a boon, do you not?
We do. We would also like to.
A dwarf.
Yes.
You are very brave, little one. To speak.
I've been called different
Mm-hmm.
by others. But
Yes, I heard you need a boon.
We do, but we'd also like to trade information.
Information, you say? Well, you do what I ask, and I will be happy to give you whatever you need to know. I have already found out that you have mildly upset the Stone Giant Guard. Not a smart task. However, I have no love for the Stone Giants, so I will ignore their potential quarrel with you. The what are they called? Hold on. They call themselves the Grey Ghost Clan, and they have stolen something that belongs to me, a red dragon egg. I want this back. If you go into their caves, retrieve this egg for me and bring it back, I will grant you your boon. What say you?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm just thinking that would be the right thing to do anyway, because I mean they stole it from him.
Correct, but we don't want to piss off anyone else. But yes, we will do that for you.
Very well.
They stole his child.
They did.
Yeah.
So he talks back to you in a way that kind of already makes it sound like you've accepted his offer. He says, "I will give you 3 days to accomplish this task." And he goes, "Gradagar, give them the badges." And he brings you, he brings the 6 of you golden badges that bear his semblance. He says, "This will get you past any guards or stone giants or anyone else that follows the law of the Deep King. I did not bring any for your other 2 cloaked figures. They won't have one. Who are they? They smell different."
Which one is he pointing to?
He's pointing at Splug and Lily.
They're my servants.
You say that?
I say that.
Okay. He says, "Bring them forward."
Okay.
I hesitantly step forward with them because I am scared as hell, but he is not hurting my little friend.
Okay, he says, "Take their cloaks. Take them off." Do you do it, Calliope?
Why do you need their clothes to be off?
Do you question
They
me,
might get cold.
woman?
I
He
don't know the
breathes in a
clothes
little
to
bit,
do.
and he breathes in a little bit, and the fire shoots out of his nose. He's not used to being second guessed at all. When he says something he wants, you immediately bow to his commands.
I'm just worried that they'll be cold. They've been
I'm
through
gonna walk
terrible
over.
ordeal.
I'm gonna shove Calliope out of the way, and I'm gonna take their cloaks off.
Okay.
And I pull my cloak off as well, so he can
Okay.
see that I'm a tiefling at the same time.
Okay. He looks, and his eyes get wide. A lizard. A reptilian. He's looking at Lily. I have not seen another reptilian in decades. He turns back to you and he says,
Lily, honey,
he
how
says,
you
he
doing?
turns back to you and he goes, "If you retrieve this egg for me and allow Lily to remain here," Lily, is that what you call her? He says,
Yes.
allow her to remain here with me, then I will let you have something out of my hoard.
Done.
Lily, honey, how do you feel about this?
She's bowing to this dragon. And Splug is kind of like, huh? What's going on? He's bowing to the dragon. She's bowing to the dragon. So yes, her answer is yes. And
as long as it's okay with Lily, then it's okay with me.
it's just the dragon looks at you like it isn't even like you're not even talking. As far as he's concerned, it's
okay.
concerned.
It's not her choice.
It's a done
Drac
deal.
slave.
Yeah, that is true. Drac did buy her. You did say done, right, Drac?
Oh yeah, done.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So he says, very well. Gradagar will show you where the Darrow who have stolen my egg live. And guys, that's where we're going to end it tonight. And we will pick up next time as you guys invade a Darrow cave system looking for a red dragon egg.
I do have one question for Drac.
Yeah.
Drac, if Lily had been very scared and she hadn't wanted to stay with the dragon, would you still have made her stay?
Yep.
We're going to have words at some point, you know.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for watching D&D Night on DDOstream. You can check out the rest of our DDO streamers on twitch.tv/DDOstream for the official DDOstream calendar, and to and to find out more of our D&D Night groups, as well as the rest of our D&D Night streamers. I think next week is Alex. With his D&D Night game.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to check out our sponsors, Fantasy Grounds at fantasygrounds.com on Twitter and fantasygrounds.com, the website. You can follow DDO at DDO Unlimited and Fantasy Grounds at Fantasy Grounds 2. You can follow me at Evilbeeker. You can also check out my web YouTube page, Evilbeeker Gaming, and some of the other fun stuff that I do.
Hey, quick programming note.
Sure.
Why don't we do a quick programming note here? Well, we're heading into the month of December. We do have next week is, as you say, Alex on the Edge of Evil, and then Patrick, you're up on week 2 here for Sunday. Yep. Week 3 of December is actually going to be me stepping up to do a brief adventure or two. I'm thinking about just doing some kind of one-shot for December, although I might get a bug and actually come up with a couple of parter here. But at the very least, I've got a couple of months here where I'm going to be taking week 3. And then week 4 is back with you then, right, Evilbeeker?
Yep. Yeah, I'll be
Although
on
that
week 4.
will also be around Christmas. So do you know what the plan is for that?
We're gonna talk about that after
Okay.
tonight. So I have a suggestion for you, Jerry. I'll tell you after the stream. Patrick, why don't you plug your stuff?
Oh, and as a matter of fact, we have a 5th. We also have a 5th. Sunday
I was hoping
December. So we'll have some cool stuff later this month about kind of special one-offs and some neat stuff happening. Then.
Yeah, I was hoping Patrick was going to step up on that.
We've got Stormreach Chronicles and some stuff. We got to figure some stuff out about how Twitch to play stuff recorded on Twitch, but other than that, we're working on making sure that we have something every week. We've had some we're all adults. We have lives. There are kids involved and work, and the sickness has been going around pretty consistently. So there's been kind of all that thing, but we're trying to get some stuff backlogged for recording purposes and making sure we have one every night or every Sunday. And if you're interested in being involved, there's opportunities. Get in touch with Jerry or myself, or really anyone that you know is on the show in one of these shows, and we'll help you get plugged in and in the Discord channel that usually we're recruiting from and stuff like that. So there's opportunities for more people to get involved too, as well, if you're interested in being a player or maybe even as a DM.
And you want to plug DDOcast?
DDOcast.com, mostly weekly news and discussion podcast for DDO.
Okay, Drac?
DDOplayers.com, at DDOplayers on Twitter. I am at Draculetta_72 on Twitter.
And Jerry?
I can just find out more about DDO at DDO.com, DDOstream on Twitch, DDO Unlimited on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks everyone for being here.
Yep. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back next week with Edge of Evil, and that's it for tonight. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
Night, everybody.